And we're fucking live on YouTube. Instantly demonetize this video. Actually, probably not. We're probably not live yet. Wait. Okay. So now I can start this crap. Okay. What? So that works. Okay. It's so much friggin' setup, bro. I'm tired. Okay, we got that shit. We got that shit. YouTube dashboard. Bam, bam, bam. Okay. It's like I have all these YouTube like widgets in my OBS. And I have to, like, YouTube, it changes the URLs for those widgets every time. Yeah, you have to change the URLs for the widgets every time you make a new stream. It's like a new chat URL every time. Whereas with Twitch, it's the same. It's like, it's such a dumb thing. Okay, we're friggin' live. So, oh yeah. Dennis, what up? Hello. Okay. Well, you're not supposed to see my emails. Bam. Okay, now YouTube should work too. Okay. So, let me get Alan on real quick. Foreplay. What's up, my boy?
Yo, yo, yo.
Okay. I can hear you.
Good.
And you're showing up in OBS. Maybe keep speaking a little bit.
Okay. Mario Kart is kind of a mid-series, but
what? Okay, Mario Kart, but imagine it has like plot. That's like the most. That's the most stereotypical like anti-Alan argument. So just
no,
I
was gonna run the bit of like being a CTR guy, even though I like, don't care about the game.
See, yeah, CTR is like classic example of the least like Alan aesthetic that I can imagine.
Yeah, it kind of makes me gag.
Okay, wait, let me. Let me set up side chaining. Actually, I mean, I should turn off the music anyway for.
It's so cool that they named that side chain.
Yeah,
like, side chain is such a cool word.
Discord, bam. I should set up the dumbass Twitch VOD thing, dude. Like, so I can just have the music on while I'm streaming. But then I can download the video later without music. That's probably not that hard. God damn it.
I don't know. Streaming is evil. It was the few times I've done it have been way too stressful for me to like do it.
I'm definitely in the groove now, thankfully. Wait. OBS, Twitch, VOD, track. Allows you to send a different audio feed for your stream while it's alive than what is heard in your VOD. This is commonly used to remove music rather than audio. Go to settings, stream window. Stream. Okay, I did that. Output in the settings sidebar. So now that I've started the stream, I don't know if I can change any of this shit. You know what? Fuck it. I'll figure it next time. I'll just turn off the music later. Okay. Cool. Let me... Wait, Mario Kart tier list maker.
Are we doing Mario Kart first, or how you want to do this?
That's a good question. I feel like Mario Kart
double.
Oh yeah, what's up?
Go ahead.
I guess like Mario Kart, to me that seems like it would be really quick.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah.
I don't know how much we disagree. I don't know your thoughts on the old Mario Karts, I guess.
Surprisingly positive. And I mean, so you saw maybe that I recently did the Ludwig challenge?
Yes.
Yeah. And it gave me a whole new weird appreciation for a lot of these games. They're like weirdly well made.
Yeah.
Okay, let me announce that I'm live one last time and then we'll get into it. And if there's anything you want to say to the chat, some maybe propaganda you want to run. This is your
chat.
time.
Okay. So as someone who's like dabbled in speedrunning, like the Zoomer games here, 8 Deluxe trash. Wii is overhyped, but still pretty base.
What?
Let's see what else we got here. DS is pretty great. What else do we have? Oh yeah, and Double Dash the Goat, predictably.
Not beating the allegations ever.
Nope. I don't know. Wii fans think they're playing Melee, but they're playing like, like I don't know, some other shit. Double Dash low key overhyped too, but I'm gonna guess.
It's like low key overhyped, but only low key. It's really good.
Yeah. Double Dash fans also think they're playing Melee, but they're not.
Okay. Hello everybody. Hello YouTube. I'm here with my good friend Alan.
Hey, what's up?
And you may remember I recently did the Ludwig % Mario Kart challenge. I did Special Cup, highest default difficulty in every Mario Kart game. I took 4 hours to do it, which is better than Ludwig. Not as good as I wanted. And now I feel like, okay, I'm qualified to do a Mario Kart tier list. And right after this, we're going to do GameCube tier list as well. And that was Alan's idea, and we thought, oh, okay, we could just combine, we could cross the streams, literally. Alan, I think you told me you're not that much of like a Mario Kart guy, right?
So like as a former Nintendrone, you gotta like it's in there, but yeah, no individual game on here ever like consumed me totally.
I think for me that is fair. I'll unravel sort of my history with the series as we go, but most of them I only very recently deep dove because of the Ludwig challenge. And I was weirdly like impressed with a lot of them. I do think it is a pretty consistent series, surprisingly consistent series. And they're all really weirdly different as well. So
surprisingly so.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get into it. We'll just go in release order. Alan, do you have any thoughts on Super Mario Kart?
So like, as someone who obviously was too young to grow up with this game, emulate it as easily as he could emulate the original F-Zero. It never really held my attention for very long,
Mm-hmm.
but like it's a solid enough idea that I can like respect it even if I don't particularly enjoy the game feel of it very much. And I don't know much about the competitive scene of this game at all.
Yeah. So even though I did grind it, I did do it in a very sort of intuition-based kind of surface level. And I think if I not had to lock in for that, I probably wouldn't have seen sort of what makes this game kind of unique. But because I did, I was like, damn, it is kind of crazy that they did all this shit with no sprite scaling at all on the Super Nintendo. They just kind of
Oh yeah.
they just
Yeah,
kind of
that's
winged it.
sociopath shit.
Yeah. And the handling is like weirdly nuanced. Um it's weirdly sort of strategic to think about, okay, how do I friggin' get around this turn, and there's like all these little nuances of sort of counter steering and hopping to kind of reset your trajectory a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that amount to it being like fun to control eventually to you, or was it just like things you expected to that weren't, or things you didn't expect to be there were there?
It is more the latter, I would argue. I think I see what you're saying for sure about the quote unquote game feel. It's not. There's a lot of games like this where I appreciate them on a technical challenge based kind of level, but just moving around in them is not like intrinsically fun to me.
Yeah.
Our good friend, mutual friend Pang, he will go ballistic when I say this. I always say this about Jet Set Radio, where this is a fucking brilliant game, but I'm not complaining about the controls, but like it's not my favorite way to control a game. You know?
Dare you say it's maybe a bit clunky?
He said the C word. He said the C word. That's the thing. Like, if I were to, I see what the controls contribute to how the game is, and like, I'm not gonna say I need to change them. But it's also not how I would have made the game, right? And maybe the same thing is true. Hot Pocket is saying, "Chat, yeah, the handling is bizarre." Maybe the same thing is true for this game. There is an element, I think, with the sprite-based Mario Karts in general, where I thought maybe I was gaslighting myself over the course of doing the challenge, because like maybe I was only appreciating it because of that. I don't know. I thought also the fact that in the sprite-based games, if you play them single player, I forget about 64, but at least with with Super Circuit and this one, you never get hit with shells from the back. And I thought, considering I have in my mind Mario Kart as this like clown fiesta fucking RNG series that's not worth taking seriously on a single player level, or let's be honest, even on the multiplayer level, I thought that was kind of cool. And even the fact that in this game they use the split screen setup to telegraph when somebody throws shit in front of you, that was really cool.
Yeah, the split screen is like kind of like an immediate, like, anybody who boots this game up is confused for a second.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But yeah, that effect of it is pretty cool. I wish I had more robust thoughts on it, but like I said, I don't I don't come back to this one very often.
Yeah. So I'm thinking of the tiers relative to Mario Kart, right? So the best Mario Kart would be an S tier. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a 10 out of 10 game. So under that lens, does B tier feel fair for Super Mario Kart, or is it too high up?
If it's B tier, it's like bottom of B tier, I think.
Sure, okay. Hot Pocket
Yeah.
saying Treasure should have made a sprite kart racer. Honestly, it's so based. Do you have any more thoughts on this game, Alan?
No, not at all.
Okay. So Mario Kart 64, weirdly one that I didn't really. Why can I not move anything? Oh god. Weirdly one that I didn't actually grow up with that much. I feel like that is the quintessential childhood Mario Kart that people always point to.
Same, but I also didn't, despite growing up with an N64.
Yes. Why the fuck? to do Safari. Let's just keep talking about it so far. That's another one where, so they introduced the mini turbo mechanic for the first time, but it still has kind of the weird hopping turns. And I really, and this is a dirty word, like people really roll their eyes when you say it, but the looseness of it is something that really appeals to me.
Looseness makes more sense here than in a couple other contexts.
Sure. I think especially it does leverage the analog handling pretty nicely. It feels like a meaningful kind of step up from that compared to Super.
When I come back to this game, like between like the two other the sprite based ones, this is like the first one that starts to do something for me, and I think even like you mentioned like the looseness, I think that's unique. Like I don't get that feeling from anything post 64 either. And so like if I want to play a game that feels like Mario Kart 64, I'm only really playing Mario Kart 64.
Oh yeah.
But and like this is a game that was introduced to me in the context of speedrunning. Like that is the first context with which I like seriously played it. And like I was never good or anything, but I don't find myself like intrinsically drawn to it very much. If anything, it's like a game I think is kind of cool because a lot of people think it's kind of cool, and there's like a cool history and scene around it. But like, it's kind of a boomer game. I don't know.
That seems valid. I'm fucking struggling with the tier list maker thing. So, I do think I could see myself inviting some friends over. Like now that I have the Mister, I have the N64 adapter as well. Getting some friggin' controllers on that shit. That could be kind of a hoot. I feel like and like I think it is unlike Super, it is the first one where multiplayer is like a thing worth taking seriously, kind of.
Yes.
So I don't know. However, this one I really did only mostly play the Special Cup. So honestly, I do want to grind the rest a little bit. It is a very busted fucking game. I don't know if you saw that one moment of me in stream where I discovered in one of the tracks. Yes. Yeah. You can
wait. So did you seriously not know about that?
I did not know about that.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't because like that's kind of like I don't want to say famous because it's not, but like that is a known little bug there.
Yeah.
And I was like, is Ziad faking this because he's got residual Nintendo knowledge?
That's crazy. No, dude, it was completely genuine. I feel like I sort of saw something like that in a speedrun. Is it only that track?
That specific thing you did there is specific to that track, yes.
Okay, but is that general idea that you can enter the next lap and then go backwards and then finish it? Is that like a consistent kind of pattern, or?
So not only is it like a recurring thing in 64 especially because there weren't a lot of protections against it.
Yeah.
In a couple later games you can do it as well. It's just
That's
you've
awesome.
got to be a little more crafty about it.
That's so awesome. Okay. I think I'm okay with this one. Maybe definitely higher B tier. Maybe eventually Super Mario Kart has to go down C.
I'm cool with this.
Yeah. Okay. Dude, the problem is also I'm fucking colorblind. Okay, Super Circuit.
This game, man.
So, I think people really don't like this game. I think people think this game is like kind of trash, right?
So yes, but I think people are kind of corny about it. Like basically the people who say this game is dog and like obviously the worst one are the people who don't give this or the original the time of day, but they respect the original because it's the first one.
Because it's on Super Nintendo. Because it's the boomer console.
Yeah. Yeah. I would honestly rather play this than Super.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I think that's an uncommon take, but not gonna lie. I mean, I was playing it organically I did not like have preconceptions about it. I will
Yeah.
also say I had a DVD of burned like GBA ROMs and GBA emulator back in the day that my uncle gave me, and this was
Hell
one of
yeah.
the games on it. And like, it's weirdly a game that I played a lot as a kid. Now, obviously, that's 20 years ago. I don't fucking remember any of that shit anymore. So it was basically a new game to me when I played it recently, and I was like, this seems like a fine evolution. Like
Yeah.
has like weirdly sophisticated sounds stupid, but like weirdly convincing collision system when you bounce off rails and stuff. Obviously leverages the sprite scaling of the GBA, so it still looks very cursed.
Yeah.
But it's much more convincing than Super Mario Kart in that way, in terms of like the distances between objects.
I think I
Yeah.
think also like this is the first Mario Kart that like and this is like super vague and like not worth anything, but on we were talking about aesthetics a little bit. This is the first one that like feels like a fully fledged aesthetic idea. I feel like 64 looks unfinished a lot of the time, and and I don't know, Super Mario Kart's just a little weird on that front. I feel like this gets the rest of the way to Mario Kart to me.
I need to show this in the video later, but in Super, when you see the characters like rotating, especially Koopa Troopa, I felt like the way his eyes sort of not line up is like the freakiest thing. That's so awesome. Um, yeah, I will say about Super and Super Circuit now that I'm thinking about it. I mean, so I said it's cool that they don't have sort of this shell-based CPU meta that they're just hitting you with shells constantly. That's nice. However, the rubber banding is insane. You make one
Oh
mistake,
yeah.
you're done. And to be honest, well, when I was playing it, I was talking to Yulia about it, and she was like, she could like even just watching it, even though she's not like much of like a retro arcade gamer, she could tell, okay, this seems like bullshit, right? And I was like, well, for her the sensation was sort of okay. I don't like when the rules are asymmetrical between CPU and the player. Whereas for me, that's like something I can accept based on the
Yeah,
context.
yeah.
And when it's like when in Super Mario Kart, I know okay, Luigi can just. It doesn't fucking matter if he actually picked up an item. He will just turn on the star and just be in star mode and then fuck you. That's obviously stupid, but once I know
Yeah.
about it, I'm like, well, okay.
It I don't think it like there's a theoretical kart racer where all the CPUs are cheating and it's like more fun because of it.
Yeah.
But this definitely is like not that fun of a game to begin with.
um.
Luigi with the Game Shark in is very funny though.
So I don't know. See, that's the thing. I feel like I would put this below 64 and maybe above Super. I feel like just the handling just feels a little more solid, a little more,
I would agree with this.
yeah, a little more like a real game.
Yeah.
Now,
It's the first not fake Mario Kart.
like I see what you're saying about 64. It is like the quintessential Mario Kart, and yet at the same time, it feels like a fake game. It feels like a Walmart like slapped together friggin' I don't know, bootleg. Like even just the way the sprites look is crazy.
Yeah. Also, like I know it's a meme, but like the texture work in that game is
Oh yeah.
is
And like,
it's like wow.
something about the smoke letters and shit, or like the
Yeah,
boing, the boing. That feels. This sounds so dumb when I say it, but it feels somehow on Nintendo.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it does.
It feels like this should be in CTR instead. You know,
Yes, exactly.
it feels like the
exactly.
exact type of design choice that would be like in Bubsy's 3D Racing or something, but it's a Market 64. Okay, let's get into Double Dash. Alan, I'll let you talk your shit on this one.
So like this is not the one I have the most hours in, because as
Oh.
a kid I could invest endless hours into anything. But this is like the first Mario Kart that is like really tight and made me want to spend my time on it. Back when I used to, I don't know, pick a new GameCube game every couple of months and speedrun it.
Mm.
It's probably the one I was the best at when I was good at any Mario Kart. I'm ass at all of them now. It's the first one that's a real video game, even more than Super Circuit. Um, I like the mechanics. I like the speed mechanics. Oh, hold on one second.
Oh, you're good. I'll say, while Alan is held up,
Okay,
one.
I've actually got to bounce for like 5 minutes.
Okay, you're good. Don't worry about it.
I'll be right back.
So, Double Dash, one thing that really surprised me about it immediately is that it gets rid of the hop. When you press one of the triggers, you just instantly go into a drift. And in general, the feel of this game is much tighter than previous Mario Karts. I'd say even, I mean, the next one coming up is DS. That one obviously reintroduces the hop, and I would say they go for a little more of a middle ground with the later games. But Double Dash has this really heavy grounded feel, and in the context of Mario Kart overall, I do really appreciate that. I feel like, especially when you're going on a track like Wario's, whatever, the first one, Special Cup, it gets so crowded and so chaotic so quickly. And again, it obviously continues sort of the mini turbo tradition from 64, but then now with how they changed the handling, it's in a way where you can actually snake as well, and get constant mini turbos back to back. Now, I wasn't very good at that, but the idea that, okay, that is incentivized and that is something that is good to do, it makes the game feel really hectic and tense. And I mean, that is a sensation I had with the sprite-based games as well, because they were like surprisingly difficult at a couple points where, okay, they had my balls in a clamp, I really had to lock in. With this one, that was just even more amplified. I will say, as a single player experience, I love the tracks. I love the way it looks. I love the way it feels. I do think that's really where the item bullshit starts to rear its head a lot. It's much more aggressive and chaotic in that way as well compared to the sprite-based games. And I'm of two minds about it. I can still enjoy the single player in that way, and I wouldn't necessarily slag the game based on that compared to the sprite-based games. I think claiming it's somehow not as good as those games just based on the chaos and the randomness of its item system, that would be kind of silly. That would be missing the forest for the trees a little bit. However, I I did get really frustrated with it. That was actually in my little marathon, the one I was stuck on the most. That was the one that I really got walled by. Now I still really want to try. It has this really unique all cups mode where you just do literally all the tracks back to back to back. And sort of hinting at like what Worlds fucking maybe kind of tried to do. I don't know. But I feel like this is really one that's really still worth digging into, even on a, because I think just thanks to that mode, it's worth digging into on a single player level. So I would probably lean toward A tier for now compared to the other games. Maybe it'll be S tier eventually as we suss it out. But I'll wait for Alan on sort of the first call. Marquez, what up? This is not the final tier. This is not the finals placing. We might lower. I could see 64 sort of in B tier, and then the other sprite-based games in C tier or something. We're still figuring it out. I'm currently waiting for Alan to come back. Okay. Also, Baby Park and also 60 FPS, 4-player. Oh, Bjorn, what up? So, this is not the actual ranking yet. I always pull the games up, I put them in B tier, and then we talk about it. So right now I'm leaning Double Dash A tier. It could still be S tier later. And I think these two games, they might go slightly lower later, but we'll see. Like I said, I'm still waiting for Alan as well, because he had to bounce for a little bit. Well, man, what is A-Tech actually? I don't know what this. What the hell?
Hey, sorry about that.
Oh, you're good. Alan, what?
Hey, hello and welcome.
Oh my
yes, I am.
Okay, so
Were you looking up A-Tech?
yeah, I didn't know what the fuck that is. What is A-Tech?
Okay. You honestly might be better off with the 15-minute tutorial there.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'll worry about that later. Yeah, give me your thoughts on Double Dash.
Okay, so like, kind of like, this is the first Mario Kart to me that has speed mechanics that don't feel like bugs, regardless of whether they are bugs or not. That like feel like I'm learning a skill and then applying it to like play the game better, as opposed to like wrong warping to the end, basically. Not to say that those other games completely lack this, but this is the first one, and really, even later Mario Karts have a lot of that. This one is like right in the sweet spot for me. Like for 18 years of this game's development, there was like no like lap skips or anything understood in the whole game.
Oh wow.
It's like a very tight, simple game that you've just kind of got to like grind your face against. And I think that's cool.
I was really struck by sort of the groundedness of its feel, of how much tighter it is. Even it's the only Mario Kart that doesn't have the hop when you press the drift button. And I feel like that gives it a very unique kind of sensation.
Yeah.
So oh yeah, go ahead.
I low-key think like the 2-player kart thing is like overhyped by the normies.
Oh yeah.
But like it is cool with like a gaggle of people if you can set up the Eldritch Abomination with multiple GameCubes and everything.
How do you feel about in single player how the item balance kind of is? Because to me it felt like I do really enjoy this game. I'm leaning A tier for it right now, but also I did feel like the item balance was distinctly more annoying than any prior game in single player mode.
So I think like here it starts to be annoying, and they like, unless I'm forgetting like 7 is secret Kino or something. I think here it starts to be annoying, and it's never not annoying again. I don't like it very much ever again.
Yeah. See, yeah, I was sort of saying, okay, it's something that I really appreciate about the older games that I was surprised by. However, it's not necessarily something that would push those games above Double Dash. I still think Double Dash probably takes the lead.
Yeah. I guess the only contest I have with putting it in A tier is what does go above it. I think it's clearly above the games that have come before it.
Yeah.
I'm also not like, we're rating against other Mario Karts because like low key, no Mario Kart is an S tier game for me.
yeah. I think we had Bjorn in chat earlier. I mean, he played DS competitively as well. I feel like DS maybe is the one that's sort of like, okay, this is a serious game.
Yeah, I would concede to that even.
But then I think, oh yeah, go ahead.
DS is a really sick game, but I'm jumping the shark there a little bit.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can get into it right now, because like I I think so DS in my mind was always okay. This is the serious Mario Kart.
Hmm.
But I mean, when I recently played it, that still kind of held true. At the same time, I was like, okay, I'm not having my balls in a clamp quite as hard as with the other games playing them single player. I
Just because the NPCs were easier, or do you think it was an item balance thing?
I'm not sure exactly what it was, but like it just didn't feel quite as action packed or chaotic. It feels like I think especially when I think about Double Dash's tracks, it will get so like crowded and tight and insane. And even like with Wii, I feel that. And obviously in the other games, a lot of the rubber banding did a lot of the heavy lifting. With DS, it felt like okay, if you're good at this one, you can fucking cruise through this one. You're so far ahead of the AI that I didn't have the same sensation. But then at the same time, I feel like okay, if I'm evaluating the game that way, maybe I'm missing the point a little bit.
I don't know. I feel like that's like a fair thing. I know this game was like crack for when I was a kid because it has like a bit more progression to it than any other Mario Kart because you unlock shit all the time.
Yeah.
And I could like consistently win. So I think there's something to that. I don't. DS is like a game I respect a lot, but I haven't gone back to a lot, and I don't know if that's just because it's on the DS kind of thing. I don't know what keeps me from it, and I feel like there probably is something that would take it down, but I don't have any qualms with placing it like up high. I have very fond memories of it.
It's definitely
it would also be very on brand for me to say it's the S tier one, so like I'm cool with that.
Yeah, it's definitely one out of these games, I definitely want to play this one more for sure. I feel like there's a lot to do in it. I think in terms of just gut feeling, right now I would probably want to put it below Double Dash. I think Double Dash on a really visceral level is more fun right now.
Yeah.
But then maybe, again, if I take DS super seriously, I'm like, okay, this is peak.
I think I'd agree with that. Although now I'm very curious, like, what are we putting in S tier?
Yeah, I think eventually we could just spread it out a little bit and say, okay, Double Dash is S tier, right? If that ends up being the best one. I think right now, the tiers right now are just based on feeling, and then maybe later we can like organize them more.
Word.
Yeah, beyond just saying Double Dash has the best vibes. It has like a really great aesthetic. I will say, I mean, the modeling is pretty low poly. But still really charming aesthetic, and 4-player 60 FPS is the only one. So
Double Dash is also like you mentioned how like in 64 was like cartoony in a not very Nintendo way.
Yeah.
Double Dash is still like zany cartoony, but it feels correct.
It's like the Nintendo-ism is like maxed out in that one. And
DS goes for like the sleek Wii DS era whitewashing.
Yeah.
Which is like it was an era.
Yeah. To be honest, in retrospect, I'm like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I think even on a casual level, like 60 FPS 4-player, that's still kind of valuable. I feel like right now, if I sat down with some homies, I would rather play this than like friggin' World. I'm not gonna lie.
Also, like even if you're not a guy with every game set up known to man like Ziad here, you can find a Wii like if you look between your couch cushions, and that plays Double Dash.
So. Hell yeah. Okay, so Wii is a strange one. This is so dumb. This is the first one that I really played. Like I had an N64, but I didn't have Mario Kart. I didn't have a GameCube. I had a Wii and I had Mario Kart, and I weirdly played this one a lot, like with my brother and my dad. This and Brawl were the two games.
Funnily enough, I'm like the Wii guy. I have never owned this game.
Wow.
I've exclusively played it. I borrowed it once from a friend because I wanted to see what all the like speedrunning hype was about. Got pretty disenchanted with it and then never bought it.
Wow, really? Okay. Because, like, I haven't really investigated the tech and the meta properly.
Mm.
I just know I just obviously like everybody else. I knew about Funky Kong, Flame Runner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Babe, do you want anything from the kitchen? Okay. Huh? Do you want to join? But you gotta bring headphones. You gotta have headphones so you can hear Alan. You need headphones. Yeah, you can join though if you want. Okay.
Hell yeah.
What's up? I do. I do. You can have the whole bag. Oh, I love her. Okay. Dennis is saying, feels like 50% of Wii owners got this on a burned Discord homebrew. I bought the shit. I bought it like, this is one of the first, this and Brawl, I like followed the release. I read all the news. I'm like, yeah, I gotta get the wheel, you know?
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, so I knew, okay, Funky Kong Flame Runner, I don't know actually how the meta works. I don't know actually why that's so good. And, oh yeah, go ahead.
Well, so like, okay, there's like a community we're not addressing here of people who actually like competitively race each other.
Yeah.
Like not in time trials, but in like team formats, especially.
Yeah.
They fucking love this game. And like I've heard some good arguments from friends that I respect as to why this is the one for that context. I don't want to say I don't respect that context because I do, but it's like so like uninteresting of a proposition to me. But like I've been dismissive with this game in the past and I don't think it deserves that. I think it didn't have the tightness that I liked in Double Dash, and so I was like, I had like a chip on my shoulder about it.
Makes sense. It doesn't have like snaking either from DS. Nope. It doesn't feel like DS either, I guess. Like there's more commonality between the two, but it's still kind of, I can see that it kind of lost something.
Wheelies are also like a stupid mechanic.
See, okay, as someone who hasn't really investigated it, I feel like the wheelie on paper, to me it sounds kind of sick, cause like, okay, I have to lock into the wheelie, and then that will affect my turning for like that period of time, and obviously I can spam it for a while, but I do have to be mindful of like not using it. Like that's the thing, you could use it on a straight, but then because you use it, your trajectory like relative to the next turn might be different.
Yeah.
I feel like that is on paper kind of a good mechanic. Marquez is saying it's sort of like limiter cut in Crazy Taxi.
It's sort of like what now?
Like limiter cut in Crazy Taxi. It's like a dash.
Okay.
Move.
Yeah. So like I guess the context that I specifically don't like it in is like time trials.
Okay.
Which is like my primary context for engaging with these now older Mario Karts. I also Wii is like interesting as like a party game, and I think wheelies are like an interesting mechanic in that context, kind of, because you're not always trying to take the most optimal lines.
Yeah.
The bike cart split is also like an interesting thing that this game introduced.
Yeah. I was shocked just how friggin' fast paced and chaotic this game is when I went back to it.
Dude, it's like a crackhead game.
Like, I don't know why I had this narrative in my head that, yeah, this is the slow, boring one. Like, that's just so fucking not true at all.
You superimposed Brawl onto it because this is...
Yes! Yes, dude. Because, like, the momentum you get from tricks is so unhinged. It is not normal. And, like, the way they did the half pipes as well, that you can, like, transition, like... on Rainbow Road especially, it looks so insane the way you like transition between half pipes and like you're just sort of gliding along the fucking rail. And like it gets so uncontrollable so quickly in a way that is really awesome to me, and especially with the kind of, you know, full on player count chaos. It's even more frustrating in that way than Double Dash, I would say, in terms of like the balance. But still, I do really respect it. And I had a lot
There's
of
an
fun with it.
argument for best party game of the bunch. Is this one?
Yeah.
Uh,
Um.
I think it's probably an A tier. I think it's probably low on A tier for me, but
mm,
I think it obviously gaps everything we have in B
for
tier.
sure. I think on pure enjoyment, I was fucking with it more recently than DS, but I feel like, I mean, if my brain tells me DS is the better game. So I'm a
I
little
I
conflicted.
I am a I'd play DS any day.
Mm,
Um but I see the argument for either position.
mm. Alan, what are some games you would like to play with me, like on stream at some point? Like maybe on your own stream, if you ever get around to that. I feel like there's a
What
couple
kind
we
of
could
game?
do.
I feel like I'm trying to think of like good stream games too.
Mm, mm.
You got any ideas come to mind?
I feel like there was something we were kicking around recently. Um,
I know this isn't that, but I could show you how fucking sick nasty I am at Sin and Punishment too.
oh yeah, okay, okay. Marquez is saying Exoprimal is one we were kicking around with Discord. Uh,
Yo.
Cause like fucking Monroe was asking me, oh, we should play RE5, like all three of us, and I'm like, that's a 2-player game. Let's play Exoprimal. That's the real, I think 8-player Capcom peak. Yeah, I think so. Majin DD in chat is asking, getting slowed down by item spam. I think it's interesting to see how these games kind of handled this over time, because I feel like some games slowed you down way less. I think in Double Dash, it's not a hard stop when you get hit by a shell. You kind of keep
Yeah, like you roll.
rolling, you slow down, and then you keep going. Um, and I think I like that, generally speaking.
Oh, Marquez mentions that DS has the map to peak items, which
Oh
is
yeah, that is sick.
that is always cool, I think.
Yeah. Okay. I think the way we tiered this so far is like really boring, but so we'll have to figure that out. Again, this is not the final. This is not the final layout, guys. We're gonna fix it later. But like,
Actually, it'd be kind of funny if all Mario games are within like one tier of each other because they're all just kind of okay.
we're gonna figure it out. Okay. I think 7 is like the most mid Mario Kart. It's like the least interesting one to me.
That's the take. I think everybody. I don't. I'm the 3DS guy even more than I'm the Wii guy.
Mm.
And I don't have anything fucking interesting to say about this game.
It is like out of when I was grinding. Like the thing is, I spent 2 days kind of grinding the Mario Karts to get ready for the challenge. Oh, GK, what up? See, it might still hit S tier. We're just very roughly figuring this out right now, but we're definitely Double Dash fans here. Yeah, 7. I played through the Special Cup once in my practice run. I was like, okay, this shit is easy, and then I did it. Yeah. This is the only one where I did it first try as well, and
yeah,
it mechanically there's nothing special about it. In terms of the track design, it feels like there's nothing special about it. It feels very.
I mean, the sentiment was this was the first Mario Kart to just get replaced by its sequel.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know if there's any tech for this game. I've never seen anyone discuss this game very seriously.
Yeah, I think the only sort of the only feather in its cap really these days is that it has a pretty big modding scene. It has a pretty famous mod, I think, that a lot of people play.
Yeah.
Which is like cool, but I mean, nothing about the handling captures me really. Every other game so far has like something about its handling that's like really interesting, you know.
Yeah, and like I don't know, my instinct is still to put it like basically where you have it.
Really? What?
No. I really do not care for 64 Super very much at all.
Okay, wow. Okay, well, this is my stream, and this is my list, so...
I'm also not going to disagree with putting it at rock bottom.
Yeah, I mean, for now, I'm feeling like C tier on it, to be honest with you.
Below, we are insane for putting it below the GBA game.
Dude, the GBA game was way more interesting to me. Like I was locked in for that shit.
gonna disagree. I'm not gonna disagree.
I'll give you more autonomy for the GameCube tier list in a second.
Okay.
You'll have a little more sway there. So, Deluxe and 8, I'm not gonna separate them. I'm just gonna treat them as the same game. Is that okay?
You're so wrong for that. You're so wrong.
Okay, explain why.
8 has tech. They like actively patched the tech out of Deluxe.
They did?
Yeah. It's like famously like the hardcore guys who do time trials fucking do not like Deluxe.
Is it the fire hopping stuff or
I don't know. It's just like anyone who plays these games is like very mad about it to this day.
Really? Objective observation of what fire hopping is not any faster but isn't slower either. Demon sliding sounds kind of raw, I'm not gonna lie.
I slide like a demon, you feel me?
Oh yeah. Soft drifting was removed almost completely. Okay. I mean, for the challenge, I was thinking as a gag I should play the Wii U version, but then I didn't have it anymore, and also I didn't have enough storage space to download it. So.
Vanilla 8, I have like 1 billion hours in. I don't even own Deluxe.
I played that game a lot, actually. Yeah, I played Vanilla 8 a lot. I mean, I was the Wii U's strongest soldier back in the day.
Chill on me, bro.
Listen, you don't understand, okay?
Bro did not suffer through Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
See, that's not a real Wii U game. That you're not one of us, okay?
I played Devil's Third too.
All right. So okay. You said the tech bros, they're mad about Deluxe. Are you mad about Deluxe?
Not really.
Okay, I think we can acknowledge that they're not the same, but to me they're the same. To us they're the same. So
so like there's the obvious discrepancy in content now that they added like 1 billion new tracks.
Well, all those tracks, like most of those tracks are sort of bad.
That's what I hear.
Yeah. So I feel like that's not a strong argument in Deluxe's favor. I think the big one is like, okay, you care about battle mode. That's really the big argument in its favor, and like I don't really care about battle mode.
Like,
to be honest with you.
Yeah. This battle mode was cool when I was like a 10-year-old on the DS.
Literally, see, I was so annoyed. Like, I don't know, the wars that I would fight back then on Twitter. People would always use that shit as ammo against 8. That like, the Wii U sucks and 8 sucks because like battle mode sucks, blah. And it's like, why do you care about battle mode? You don't actually care about this. I refuse to believe that you care about this.
Especially like when the Wii U is out, and since then we are in the era of plenty with party games.
Yeah,
there's like 100 good ones you can go download for $2 right now.
I don't see any of y'all fucking pulling up battle mode these days. Also, sorry guys, was Alan sound doubled for the last like 20 minutes? Because I feel like it was. I had the desktop audio on at the same time. I'm sorry guys.
It's 2 versus 1.
Yeah,
here.
I just turned it off. I'm so sorry. God damn it, dude. I may have fucked the audio for this permanently. Well, whatever. See, this is what you were saying about streaming. This is the problem with streaming.
Nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah, guys in chat, let me know if the audio was fine. Okay, there you
go. I feel like there's a lot of fatigue with the 8, and I don't have that because I stopped playing the game when I got bored with it, like a normal person. But like, I don't know if I was ever at the conclusion that it was obviously the best, or trying to be a hipster and saying it wasn't very good.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's maybe above Wii to me.
Really? Okay. Wow.
There's a lot of like pent up angst at Wii from me.
Yeah, Marquez saying really pretty game for sure. I
love some of the tracks in this game. We haven't talked about the tracks much, but like,
yeah,
there's a lot of like all timers here. Like Mount Wario is a great fucking track.
Yeah. This was one of the classic games that when it came out, it was like, graphics will never get better than this. Obviously now I see that I was stupid, but it is still a very pretty game artistically as well. And I think I had Blur, what up? obviously the jazz centric soundtrack. I think okay, maybe now there could be some kind of contentious reactions to jazz in video games.
No, they were on the wave and they did it better than like.
Thank you. Yes. I feel like there is sort of I don't know. I'm making up a guy in my head right now that's like just hating jazz and video games on principle because it's like so represented now.
I like becoming that guy slowly.
Yeah, GK, we were talking about the item RNG. I feel like in Wii it was the peak bullshit. It was I fucking love Wii. I think it's a great game, but god damn it, dude, it's fucking frustrating.
I hear World has treaded that direction, but
honestly, it doesn't feel as extreme to me in World right now. But I could not be seeing it. So yeah, I think with 8 I had a phase where I was sort of I was drinking this like snaking Kool-Aid. I was like, fucking 8 doesn't have any tech. It's so boring and stupid, blah blah blah. Like now I realize that's obviously really simplistic. I think if you're going for speed, even like I was not playing on 200cc for my challenge, which obviously is a great point in this game's favor, I think. But then even on 150, I was like, okay, if I'm trying to really be fast and take kind of optimal lines, this is a pretty tight game at points.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, there is something like a little dry about it sometimes, and I'm sort of feeling that in Worlds. Spoiler, but yeah, I think it's like the ideal like normie Mario Kart game, and I don't mean it in a condescending way. I feel like okay, this is the correct way to design a Mario Kart for the audience it's like supposed to fucking hit. I think.
Yeah, I mean it's telling that Mario Kart World, which is the first real game after this, is the first one to pivot.
Yeah.
It's because they kind of realized they fucking nailed that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and like even again, this game still has even deluxe, right? For as much as you kind of said about the lost tech, it still has a really big community around it that takes it very seriously, and that clearly was very happy with the game. I think overall.
Oh, for sure.
So, damn. I think. See, that's the thing. The challenge that I did, it kind of is overriding my brain a little bit. Cause like, I keep saying it, but like the sprite-based games, they have my balls way more in a clamp than 8. So
yeah,
I'm like falsely taking that as representative of like how much I actually like the game. So
yeah, I mean, like I said, to me, there's like 3 contexts for all these games. It's time trials, goofing off, or like the weird competitive scene.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know if this game ever really put both 2 of those contexts. Your balls will always be in a clamp because there are other people on the other end.
Yeah.
So
okay, if I had to rearrange it right now, I would maybe put Double Dash in S tier, and maybe the 8 in A tier, maybe behind Wii.
The only change I would make is swap Wii and 8, but I mean we're basically on the same page.
Cool. Okay, that seems good so far. Okay, so Mario Kart Tour honestly seems bad, but like I've barely played it.
Yeah, let's just put it in D. Who cares?
Okay. Honestly, from what I have, like, dude, I played the tracks in 8, and they were D tier. So you know what? Seems valid.
Yeah.
Honestly, Home Circuit seems low-key based. I haven't played it.
It's so fucking cool,
Really?
dude.
Have you played it?
Dude, I have played it a shit ton with my little cousins.
No
and
way.
It's like low-key like a top of A tier game to me.
No way. What? Okay, wow.
I have a huge respect for novelty, and especially when novelty lands on something that like is actually fun and designed. I don't know. It's like like it is shockingly like the merger between toy and game is a real quick way to make like a vapid game, I guess is my thought. And this didn't feel like that. It felt like fun in a way I didn't expect.
Dude, okay, I'm glad I hit you on this because like I feel like nobody's played this fucking game. And
I only have played it because I have little cousins.
Yeah, I was always interested in it. Can you still play this on the Switch too? Mario Kart Home circuit, switch to. They haven't listed it as incompatible. It seems to work, dude. Maybe I should get this shit. Hell yeah, dude. But I can't afford it.
When I come visit, we're gonna play the shit out of this.
Oh fuck yeah. I'm so down. Okay. Mario Kart World.
I can't speak, so
you can't speak on it. By far, the single worst design decision in this game that everybody's talking about, everybody's complaining about, is the track by track travel design stuff. It's do you know anything about this, Alan?
I've watched one Clint Stevens stream, and I didn't really understand what was going on.
So, when you play the game online, and with the way the Grand Prix are also designed, basically the way the game works is that let's talk about the Grand Prix first, I guess. You select a Grand Prix, and it's 4 circuits, 4 stages, 4 tracks. Classic, right? But the way they selected the tracks for the Grand Prix is that they're physically adjacent to each other on the open world map. And you do the first circuit, you do 3 laps around it, classic. But then the next race, the first 2 sections of the race usually are just traveling through the open world to get to the track. Right?
What the hell?
And then you do like a single, maybe 2 laps if you're lucky, around the actual track.
What the fuck?
It's so See, I love your reaction right now. It's like it's so clearly a bad idea. Cuz the open world is so stupid and lame and boring and just empty and way too big. And so obviously they cordon it off as if you were on a real track right now. Like Lakitu will still kind of catch you and like get you back on track.
Fuck?
It's not. See, I said obviously, but like maybe it's not that obvious, right? It's
well,
not
no, like I if I had thought about it, I would have gotten there. It's just nobody should have gotten there.
That's the thing. Like it's not even like a Burnout Paradise situation or something where I can make my own route. No, it's like it's just a really boring track that you're on right now, and then like you're being edged for 2 laps, and then you finally get to the track, and then it's over so quickly.
It's so like for like an added sense of context in a Mario game.
I don't fucking know, dude. So
this sounds like dog shit.
So here's the thing: the thing is, it's not even like some design limitation, because when you go to time trial, for example, guess what? You could just pick the track and do 3 laps around it, right? Every track in the game. So like, it's not like they designed the tracks in a way where you can do 3 laps with any given track. So the way it is right now, the Grand Prix is completely worthless in my opinion. It's a total slog.
Man, what the hell?
Now online, the way it works is like, okay, let's say you get booted into a race. Popok saying they'll fix it. It's a live service. You get booted into a race. You do whatever the race is, and then you have 4 options that are voted on. 3 of those options are also adjacent tracks, just like in the Grand Prix. So online, you're also still traveling. It's still the same type of design. It's just, okay, now you have 3 tracks to choose from, right? The 4th option is random track, and when you get the random track, when that's the popular vote, then you get teleported somewhere, and then you do 3 laps there. So then it's
so you play the real game.
Then you play the real game. Then it's just regular fucking Mario Kart. So the online is fixable still. They can still fix it if they want. However, I'm very curious how this is going to play out, because I feel like if they change the online to be okay, you just do disconnected tracks, they would basically admit that the fucking open world idea was stupid. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like the concept of expression in a competitive game is also like a thing that deserves some inspection,
Mm,
some thought. But especially in a racing game where you're like the whole concept is to take the shortest line.
yeah.
That's so interesting.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. The open world part is not even more expressive, really. It's just bigger, like bigger, less chaotic, less interesting sections of track. It feels like. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This now they have another mode called Knockout Tour where um it's not segmented races. Instead, you do one extremely big line across the entire world, basically, and it's sort of an
That sounds like
elimination battle royale situation.
that might
Um,
be cool.
that one is like okay, the open world idea. It's not my favorite mode or anything, but at least it sort of makes sense. Uh, this shit makes no sense, and that's like it's a significant damper on the experience. I think.
I think I okay, so there's like some validity in wanting to shake things up because we have commented on it with 7 and 8 in a row now. That
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know, this is just kind of Mario Kart. And like this is definitely something different. So I want to give it some respect for that.
Yeah,
Uh but it just doesn't sound like a good idea.
yeah. I think sort of the track design and the handling and all the wall riding stuff and the grinding stuff, that's all shit that I think we'll need some time to really suss out what the value of it is. I think some of the shortcuts look really cool actually. And like when I'm
Yeah, I've
racing it,
seen
I'm having about as much maybe not quite as much fun as 8, but like still good.
I've seen some crazy clips that
Yeah.
like make me want to play it.
Yeah.
I
Um
don't know. I have to defer to you here, so
Yeah. I think the aesthetic is great. I thought the Rainbow Road was awesome. Like visual like one of the best things I think Nintendo have done so far visually for any of their games, honestly. Um
mhm.
but like honestly, I would put this shit like above 7 and that's it so far.
Damn.
Like
Beast.
I feel I feel like it's salvageable, but I mean, the Grand Prix, the single player stuff, I think is like I mean, they're not gonna change all the Grand Prix, right? In single player mode. There's
Yeah.
no way they're doing that. Um, unless they frame it like a fucking Super Street Fighter 4 Deluxe whatever re-release for. Oh, it's like it's
The
basically
best
a different
thing I
game.
can the best thing I can see happening is they add a bunch of new Grand Prix and DLC, and those are good.
Yes, yes. And it's I don't know, dude. Like literally, I could just I could go into the regular versus mode single player and play the tracks normally that way, and then I would have a better Grand Prix, basically. you know?
Oh, well, I guess that's our list.
Let me think. Like, do I want to make any changes to this?
I'm perfectly happy with this.
This seems okay. I feel like I think if I think about it harder, I would probably make a ton of changes. But like with Wii and DS and all and 8, if I explored all those games more, I think the sprite-based games they sort of like this feels right in B tier.
Yeah, I would agree.
I feel like I probably wouldn't put those any higher, even with more time. And then this could shake up a little bit, but like it seems right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I might be a low key world meat writer, like the quiet sadness of the AI.
yeah. Look, ever think about why this world is so dead and empty? Like, didn't we all like this about Shadow of the Colossus? Think about it.
Oh man,
Okay,
we gonna
so
do some real video games now?
yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do this with the game. Am I gonna use a template as well, or do I want to do it? I was thinking I'll go through backlogged popular GameCube games, and then we'll decide. Okay, does this belong in a tier list or not?
Okay, I'm sure someone's made like the GameCube games tier list with only the highlights.
See, I think I'll just get annoyed if there's stuff in there that I feel like doesn't belong there,
Fair enough.
or if something is missing, right? I feel like
Well,
it's
like I can
maybe unlikely,
I
but
can talk. There will be something missing from my perspective. Like
yeah,
I have eat, slept, breathed the GameCube.
yeah. I think making my own template is not that hard. So wait, I'll do that real quick.
We could alternatively just order them on backlogged for a more.
Oh yeah, that's an idea. Hang on.
I love a that's an idea.
Um, my dad was telling me the other day he did like he used to work in the German military actually, and he did like communications training one time,
Mhm.
and he was told that yeah, you just gotta sometimes you just gotta hit people with the interesting because like it automatically makes you smile when you say that, and like that can conceal your true thoughts.
That's so beast.
uh,
Do you know the trick to lip syncing when you don't know the words?
no.
You say watermelon because it's like really hard to parse what word that is if you're trying to read someone's lips.
Oh, okay.
That was the cheat code when I was in show choir.
Why did I fucking type watermelon to search? This is how my brain works. Tier lists,
Oh, I
template.
got in trouble once in school doing something similar to what you just did. Um, my
What?
my friend, we're like juniors in high school, so we're like 16, 17. And he's talking about like a party he went to. And I'm writing homework that is due in like 10 minutes as he's talking to me about this.
Yeah.
And I just ended up writing what he was saying like randomly in the middle of this this essay.
Yeah, that's so real. I feel like it's easier if I just fucking. Okay, wait. Um. Okay, I'll let y'all see my creation. 1 second. Uh.
So you're gonna be hopping on Raito Kuzunoha Remastered, right?
You won't be able to see me just looking dead into the fucking camera right now. Maybe. Are you? It'll be with some delay, but you will see it.
Yeah, I did.
I mean, it's like I think Yamai is like doing some shit on it, right? He's like, it's not just a, it's
He is
basically a new
the
game.
director on it.
Yeah, and it's like basically a new game, right?
So they've got like a new combat system, and they've
Mm,
changed some story elements. We don't know what yet.
mm,
The loss of the pre-renders is like a nuke for my interest in it.
mm.
But basically in every interview, Yamai's like, I would love to make Raito 3. So I mean, I'll buy 5 copies.
This is awesome. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. This is like, Alan, how are we looking on time? How soon do you have to go?
So it's 3:09 here, and I think we're like maybe like 45 minutes.
Okay. I'll
It's hard
try.
to say exactly because my dad will just holler upstairs, "Boy, it's time to go."
Okay. I
Oh, this is
think.
so beast.
Yeah, dude. Is this purple? Is this purple enough? I'm colorblind, so y'all have
Yes,
to.
it is purple.
Okay.
It's skewed a little blue, but like it's purple. I'm so interested what we'll put at the top tier of GameCube games because
I feel like it's not that hard.
I feel like we have 2 in common. No, sorry, 3. I feel like we have 3 in common.
Whew, that's actually okay. Let's see, and then I'll do. Oh yeah, like that, and then backlog.
Beautiful.
Perfect. I think I can literally just drag and drop the shit. See. Oh, that
Beast.
even kind of works. Even there's like a little link. It's a little big, but okay. So I'm thinking we'll literally just go through an order. Like, see, I mean, I think the top row is like obvious games that should be ranked here at some point.
Yeah.
Um, so we can just get started with that. Okay, Mario Sunshine. Alan, you're a Sunshine head.
So I fucking love this game. But if we're talking about the elite class of GameCube games, it's definitely like the notch right below that to me. It's got the coolest movement in any 3D platformer. Period. I'm not going to hear any arguments. Penny's Big Breakaway or whatever it's called might be up there. I don't know, but
It's really good. It's really fucking good.
But negative level design.
What? Oh, it's Sunshine. Yeah, Sunshine.
Yes,
Yeah.
in this game.
Yeah.
So if we had an S tier, this would be an A tier. It feels a little mean putting it in B tier to me. It'd be like top of B tier.
Oh yeah, dude. Somehow I forgot about making S tier. Yeah. Whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, I would put it top of B tier with just an A through D.
Okay. So I used to be like unreasonably mean about this game. I had a really edgy phase where like anybody who likes this is obviously stupid. Is 64 is so obviously fucking better. Kill yourself. I think I want to say I have a slightly more nuanced point of view on that these days.
I'm having an effect.
Yeah, I mean the movement. It doesn't really have sort of the weight of something like 64. So I think on that level, it's missing something for me a little bit.
Understandably.
Yeah. See, I think we should go back to using friction to actually describe like the physical sensation of like moving on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah. And Mario like very uncomfortably blasts off when you move him in this game.
Yeah. In 64, I really like that sense of friction and like
I would agree with that.
Even this is okay, you're gonna disagree with this, but like even in Odyssey, I felt like it was a little closer to what I wanted than like Sunshine or Galaxy or something.
So like I love this game's movement for its mechanics more than I do for its kinesthetics.
Oh yeah.
And there is some kinesthetic greatness in here, if I'm using that word correctly.
Yeah.
But I would agree 64 feels better.
Hot Pocket is saying, I actually understand why Sunshine is good now, but it's fundamentally cursed. Even the good things about it have a cursed character.
There's that wonderful tweet from that person who's like, I love when Sunshine breaks under the pressure of being played normally and then honks a clown horn at you.
That's so awesome. It's tough because like I feel like for me the fundamental act of playing it would be kind of boring. I feel like if I'm actually going through the levels, again, the strict order of the levels, the fact that so many of them are exploration focused, the fact that you can't really zigzag between levels with the way it's structured, that really, really hurts it. So, I mean, for me, it wouldn't be B tier, I'm not gonna lie. I think for me, it would be C tier. But because you're on...
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, hold on now, because I could argue for S tier. Like,
yeah, that's why I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's agree. Let's agree on B tier.
Okay.
Melee, obviously A tier.
S tier, obvious S tier.
We don't need to talk about
like the best fighting game ever. Period.
Maybe I should make more tiers. Wait, I feel like S tier. That does have value. Wait, okay.
I'm curious if you can guess the other two games. I think we'd both put in S tier.
I wonder how we feel about our next one. Actually, wait, we'll get to it. Okay, because our next one. Do we even want to talk about Melee? I mean, we're kind of short on time.
It's Melee.
It's fucking Melee. Like, come on. Okay, RE4. Is that one of the ones?
So I'd completely forgotten that this is a GameCube game.
That's the thing. It like they did release it on everything else later, but I think spiritually,
this version is like valid.
Yeah, it's like I mean it was on GameCube first. I think that is like kind of a solid rule. I guess my mental rule is like okay, it was first, or maybe at the same time as everything else, but like had some kind of exclusive content or like was like especially good on GameCube, right? So like I think Soul Calibur 2, for example, like I think that one's an edge case where I would like squint and like accept it. I think RE4 is totally fine.
Yeah, I'm not objecting to it. I just forgot about it.
Yeah.
I don't have a compelling argument as to why it's not S tier, but it was not one of the ones I was thinking of.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I think the only argument you could make against it is like, yeah, it's a little too easy maybe, even on professional. It's like when you get really good at it, it's like kind of a forgiving game. But then it's like, you know, there's so much like room for
I don't.
modulation in it. It's like,
Yeah, I don't think it's really a death knell. You
yeah,
gotta.
yeah. I mean,
All
fucking
right.
fucking single player games, right? Like, come on. Okay, Wind Waker.
Okay, so I like Sunshine more than I like Wind Waker.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and they're both similarly flawed games in my brain, like similar levels of flawed. But for some reason, I want to put Wind Waker above Sunshine.
Okay.
Uh,
I feel like this is one. This is another one where I had an edgy phase with it. I was like,
yeah, well, you know I did.
fucking vibes gamers. They just fucking like anything that looks pretty. Okay, get over yourself.
Yeah,
Um,
GameCube posers.
yeah.
They've got a Wavebird and a copy of Air Ride, and they got.
I really want to replay this with Yulia. This feels like an ideal girlfriend game.
Oh, dude, it's great.
Yeah.
I feel like what holds me back from liking it more is that Phantom Hourglass is just better.
Mm, see, I feel that way, but also I'm hesitant that like I might be wrong. I might be
Well,
horrifically wrong if I revisit them.
there's a clear aesthetic downgrade
Yeah.
from Wind Waker to Phantom Hourglass, obviously, and that is a huge part of this game. But I don't know. I feel like this is a comfortable A tier game.
Okay.
I feel like being a Zelda game holds it back more than it helps it, though.
Would you agree to like high B tier, maybe?
Yeah, I would put it above Sunshine, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. I think we need a little more room.
We're gonna have to have some real hitters in A tier, though.
Yeah.
None of this fucking I don't know what's a mid game. Everyone, none of this Pikmin 2 shit.
See, Pikmin 2 has some shooters, but they're not here. They're not here.
Thank God.
Um okay.
Be gone, foul creature.
I mean, oh wait, yeah. These are in B tier. Okay. So on that note, Twilight Princess, to me, easy C tier. What do you think?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Yeah, I'll put it C tier. Every girl I've ever dated is mad at me right now. But
So this is like
The-
millennial, like late early Zoomer women game somehow.
yeah,
Like
they
it has that
fucking
energy
love
so
this.
fucking hard.
They love this game.
Um oh, yeah, I mean I used to fucking love this game as a kid. This is again, I had
Me
a
too.
Wii, I had it like close to launch. I thought Link was so cool.
Yeah.
Um
Well, you think I would like this one aesthetically
oh
and
yeah,
everything.
for sure. But like I think the sort of the bland boringness of it kind of hurts it.
Uh-huh.
It does feel very real the more you get into it kind of.
I've definitely softened on all the 3D Zeldas. I definitely hated all of them like as a edgy teenager for a minute. And then Breath of the Wild came out and I was like, "Wait, Zelda good." But yeah, I'm cool with C tier. It's
Okay.
not a low C tier though.
Double Dash. I feel like I would put Double Dash in A tier after our discussion. Or is that too high?
I think it's a B tier.
Okay.
Because I think Wave Race gaps it.
Okay, I haven't played Wave Race that much. Yeah,
Okay, Wave
yeah.
Race has problems, but I think it's the best racing. The second best racing game on the GameCube.
Yeah, oh, I see the one you're pointing at. See, maybe I was shooting a little too early because now, see, okay, I think it was skewed by the fact that for me, maybe Wind Waker and Sunshine are a little too high.
Mhm.
So maybe Double Dash should be in B tier, but like for me, it would be above the other two.
I think Double Dash is a better game than those two.
Okay,
Um,
let's agree on that. Do we want to rank Sonic Heroes? Is that one like for me
yeah, it's pretty GameCube in my brain.
I mean, see, if I want to have like objective rules about this, I can't come up with a reason why it would be GameCube. But
Yeah, for sure, but like we're not gonna have a comprehensive list here.
yeah, whatever. Okay,
Yeah, because I mean,
I've
I
barely
doubt we're
played
gonna
this one.
talk extensively about Doshin the Giant or whatever.
So true. Is C tier right for this one? I don't know.
I feel like it's worse than Twilight Princess, but not by like leagues and
Okay,
leagues.
I
So
have not really played this one, so I couldn't tell you. Okay. Luigi's Mansion.
I'm a motion for A tier.
Wow. Okay. A tier is kind of crazy. I feel like I
It might
think
be B tier. I might have jumped the gun a bit, but I think this is like a wonderful tight little game that's like I maybe them turning it into a series has made it lose a bit of its luster, but it's like a cool, novel, cute, fun, short,
yeah.
up down and then it's over kind of game.
I see what you're saying. Marquez is saying in chat, if heroes can go there, riders can go up there. So, see, that's what I'm saying. I feel like now that we've opened the door, it's like, oh god. There's no reason why I couldn't.
Riders is better than Double Dash 2. Fuck.
Oh my god. Okay, so for me, Luigi's Mansion, I think I really fuck with this game's vibe, and I think it is everything you said is correct. I do think for me it's a little too simple, maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
To like consider it for A tier.
Okay. Then I'm cool with like high B tier.
I think I would put it below Double Dash and like above the other two, maybe. Does that sound right?
I think I'm cool with that.
Okay.
I'm cool with that.
Maybe we can switch it up a little later. Okay, I think Simpsons Hit a Run, Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, Need for Speed Underground 2 don't need to go in there unless anybody has objections. I would move on to Metroid Prime.
It's like B tier.
Yeah, I agree. I've rehashed this a bunch. I feel like I do want to try with the randomizer and all that shit, but yeah. Me when I get the ice beam and all the ice beam doors are just dead ends. That's my take on that.
You're the first person I heard call it a 3D Zelda.
Really? What?
Yeah.
I feel like that's like, oh, you know what? Okay, you know what? In that specific comparison, like not just it's a lock and key kind of game, but like it's literally like rigid, like Ocarina of Time. Like you're all, on that I think you are correct. I think I am maybe I am the first person who has said that.
Yeah, I mean there's the obvious 3D Zelda bit, but
that's how I interpreted that at first. Yeah. Okay,
I'm gonna be cringe here for a second. Thousand Year Door A tier. It's like really fucking good.
You know what? I have absolutely no opinions on this game. I've never played it, so I'll just have to let you rock on that.
It's like wonderfully. It's like beyond wonderfully presented. It's like actually a pretty short game if you're not a stupid kid. And like it's not like I don't know. It's interesting seeing Nintendo do something like this. Not that it's like super hardcore and dark like the way people talk about it, but I don't know. It's I love this game and I always have. So,
I'll play this one. Maybe we should play this one out. Maybe, dude. There's so many things we could do. Like when you get here, I don't know. Alan, you know what bums me out? You said the other day that you don't like food, and like. Literally in that moment, my little house of cards like collapsed. I was like, "What are we gonna do when you come over?" I don't know. All my plans were on food, probably.
Well, so I'm a bigger guy. I like to eat. I have a problem.
Okay.
But yeah, what's up next?
So
are we counting Shadow the Hedgehog?
I guess there's no reason not to when Sonic Heroes is here.
Oh, I guess there's Spider-Man 2 as well. Is that what I'm saying?
See, spiritually, that to me is like either an Xbox or a PS2 game.
I agree.
I have played on the GameCube. If we're going, this thing is it's so funny. GK, I was on a stream the other day, and he was like ranking generations or something, right? I think it was for the Switch actually, and I was like against doing it based on vibes. I was against like, for me, it's like okay, it's exclusive or it's not, yeah. And like now I'm doing the same thing. See, this is what you did
Americana is specifically not Nintendo, so.
Okay. So Shadow the Hedgehog.
I mean, like generational aesthetic is worth more than anything Heroes offers, so I'll put it in C tier.
All right. You know what? I'll let you rock.
I said I made the Sad Boy video. You also made the Sad Boy video.
I did. God damn it, dude. So, okay. I'm against putting Adventure 2 Battle on here. Because, like, I mean, that's clearly a fucking late port, you know?
Yeah. It's a bad port, too.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, that's the thing. That's where the vibes-based argument falls apart. Because like again, GK was like saying, well, like a lot of people played on the game. People was like, I don't fucking care. Like this is a Dreamcast game, bro. Like,
I mean, I played it on the GameCube.
yeah.
Also, Dennis, Twilight Princess, and Shadow side by side. So
Exact, dude, beast. Okay, so Pikmin. This one I'm a little conflicted on.
I'm like A tier on Pikmin.
See, that's the thing. To me, I feel like it has the potential to be eventually S tier if I like get really nasty.
I agree.
It feels like in the podcast that we did, we made it sound like a B tier. Yeah. But that
when I was thinking about this GameCube tier list, I was like, we were kind of hard on Pikmin.
Yeah, that was. I think that was Pangs and Hot Pockets like dark energy. Like
I think Pang said the word routing 100 times, and I got confused.
So I think in my brain, this is just a lovely fucking game. Just so
I 100% agree.
Yeah, like so tight and such a unique idea, like really well executed. Obviously like janky, but
it's like it low-key has like the same appeal to me as Luigi's Mansion, but it's much better realized.
that was the comparison I had in my mind. Like a tight little like I can do this in a single session adventure, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. But then obviously much more mechanically like rich.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. I think Resident Evil, obviously. I mean, yeah, duh, right? That's a GameCube exclusive. That's a weird one. How do you feel about it?
Is that
This is a remake.
So like I've heard like good critiques on why this isn't the God game that like everybody thinks it is.
Yeah.
I think I've even heard some from you specifically. I still think it's probably A tier, right?
If I'm being fair to it, I probably would have to put an A tier.
Yeah. I wouldn't be upset at B tier, but I think it's like probably A tier.
Yeah, I mean, so I had this idea. I'll do the Ludwig clickbait, right? I'll do a video on my YouTube where I say I'm not excited for Resident Evil 9, and then in that video I'll announce, yeah, I'm doing a subathon where I'm playing every iteration of Resident Evil 1's campaign, so including the remake, right? Just back to back to back on a single weekend.
Bring me on for the DS game.
Oh, yeah, the DS one will be in there as well, yeah. And I'm waiting for that to, like, fully solidify my thoughts. I think for now, I mean, I recently, for Good Games Canon, I played Chris' campaign. I was surprised just with how linear the game kind of feels. You kind of realize that it is much more limited than you think. And then, obviously, the survival horror resource management is not real meme rears its head.
Yes.
So cool point and click game. Maybe I'll change my mind on it, but I think for now, like low A tier feels like okay, enough respect.
There's also like a profound aesthetic achievement here.
Oh yeah, for sure. Do we do Sonic Riders, dude? I don't fucking care about Sonic Riders.
No, Sonic Riders is better than Double Dash, bro. It just I hate saying it too. It's cringe to be a Sonic Riders guy in 2025 for some reason.
This is the amount of acknowledgement I'm willing to give y'all, okay? Like I'll put it
come on.
I mean I haven't really played it, so that's
fair enough.
That's why I don't feel comfortable putting it like in comparison to something like Double Dash, but
man, every racing game I'm thinking about on the GameCube, I end up liking more than Double Dash.
Okay, we have one coming up in a second.
We also have Animal Crossing, which is a weird one, because it's an N64 game.
Oh yeah, you're right. It is an N64 game. Goddamn. I mean, if we're going by the vibes-based spiritual rule, it's like, well, it never came out in the West, so
yeah. Animal Crossing is like. It's like a B tier.
Okay. I haven't played it. I really want to play it this year at some point.
I did the thing where I played like a day. And it was very unfun that way.
Really?
Yeah. But then like I tried again when I was a little bit older and I played it like more normally. And I was like, okay, I get why people like this.
Okay. I feel like it's such a like one of the first games in that sort of genre, if you want to call it that. And
For
that's
sure.
why I really want to explore it at some point more seriously. But
I'm very
yeah.
much of the mind. Thor said in one of her videos that they liked Boku no Natsu Yasumi more
Mm,
because it has a bit more of anything going on intentionally. And
yeah.
I think I definitely need that for a game like this.
Yeah. I think in my mind this game is elevated by that story about the
Moving to a different town.
the real life story of like this mother who played. Do you know that there's this mother who I don't know where this happened, but like somebody told this on Reddit, like, yeah, their mother was like sick with cancer and she played this game like a lot in her sort of her final year. And then years
Uh-huh.
later, her kids would like check out the memory card and they would discover that she like left little gifts all over the town for like all the villagers to like that are
My
basic
God.
gifts to her loved ones in real life.
Uh-huh.
And I heard that I started crying because like
Yeah.
that's like
Yeah.
got and like because I know this, I'm like, okay, this is probably the best game ever. Even though I haven't played it.
Yeah, no. Okay.
Uh,
You know what? If we're not fiddling around with them in tiers, but it's high in B tier.
okay. Where are you thinking? Like maybe below Sunshine or
Yeah, probably.
okay.
I definitely like it more than Metroid Prime.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
I like Metroid Prime. I shouldn't shit on it too much, but
Mm, this
Kirby's Air Ride is the quintessential GameCube Zoomer poser loser game.
it's sort of
And
true.
I say this as someone who likes this game.
Um, I played it with a bunch of friends recently, actually. I was expecting to fuck with it more, I'm not gonna lie. I was like
Yeah,
not that
no,
impressed with it,
that's
actually.
I'm low key thinking C tier.
Really? Okay, let's do a high C tier maybe.
Yeah, I would put it above Twilight Princess. I just ugh, it,
The, I, the,
City Trial is like a cool game mode, but like Sakurai's games are better when they have mechanics to supplement like the structure.
yeah. Is City Trial that cool? Because I think you kind of need to know what the fuck you're doing. Because like, if you don't
Yeah,
know
yeah,
the routing, it's like, okay, I'm just going around randomly and it's like a little too slow and too long. Uh,
yeah. But they like breadcrumb, like things that will make you go, "Ooh, what the hell is that?" fairly
mm,
well. But
okay.
yeah,
Yeah, Marquez is saying Air Ride does not have legs. I will say I'm really excited for Air Ride too, because like
Sakurai directing.
exactly, like I feel like he would not come back to this shit if he didn't have like a banger idea. Um,
Yeah, but he did do a couple too many Smash games, so maybe. Uh,
also true. Also true. Okay.
I don't know. Kid Icarus Uprising is the god game.
Mm,
I have faith in the man.
hell yeah. Okay.
Pikmin
Pick,
2 D tier.
I
I
think
don't
that's
even want
easy.
to.
I mean, the thing is, I was so put off by the 2 hours that I played that I was like, nah, I'm not doing this. Uh,
Uh, let's
yeah.
see. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes.
Ooh, this is a weird one because I think this game had a crazy
This-
resurgence recently.
Yes, I think since the TGB video, it's like people like
Yeah.
this game.
I don't know how I feel about it because like when I played it, I was like, on it. Even in comparison to the first one, like I was at that point, I was still a big head for the first one, and I didn't like this. Now I've
I'm
pulled on all of them, so now I'm like, I don't know.
I'm in basically the same boat. I liked the first one especially more as when I was younger because it's just like prettier.
Yeah,
Um,
oh yeah.
uh,
This game is
the
ugly.
first
Like,
game
I'm
is like
sorry. Like,
the first game is like genuinely beautiful sometimes.
yeah.
Uh,
I don't see the vision with Echo's aesthetic at all. Like, there's the one area at the end that everybody gasses, but like
yeah,
even that is like, to me, it's like just a little too. Um, I think there's just something about sort of the texture work and the way it's all rendered that makes the cold techno shit
yeah.
not hit that hard for me. You know.
I agree. I agree.
Um, like it doesn't like see. I think Alan, you're probably not a big head for like Dread. Um, but I feel like
No.
Even Dread pulls off the like to me the mechanical neon shiny shit like a little better. Um,
Well, I mean that's like an aesthetic I mess with. I just don't mess with it here.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Killer 7.
Okay, let's do. Yeah, I think the Prime games are all of this is tentative. All of this could change in a
Yeah.
year. So But for now, yeah, Killer 7. I think Poser me would have said like 5 years ago this is like the greatest game ever. I haven't replayed
I don't
it
know
since.
shit about none of this Suda stuff, so I can't really talk about it.
Really? Okay. I think
Like
you'll
I
fuck
know
with this
No
one.
More Heroes because I've seen 100 video essays, but
The quiet sadness of Travis Touchdown.
I feel like when I get around to Suda's games, I will like Flower, Sun, and Rain and this the most. But I don't know.
God, I don't know. This is one I really just need to revisit. I really don't know.
Let's just put it in the don't care with Sonic Riders.
That doesn't work though. I think based on feeling, maybe let's put a top of B tier.
Okay.
I feel like
I mean, it's like cool and shit.
it's it's cool and shit. It's like I think it's a game where clearly there's a lot there. Thematically and aesthetically. And the way it comes together, either like the ending in this game is fucking peak. The ending is the peakest of peaks. So I'm really looking forward to eventually revisiting that and maybe being back on this game's dick, but right now I'm too unsure to like really put any higher than this, especially because the gameplay is like kind of nothing.
Yeah.
So okay, Path of Radiance. I don't know anything with this game, so Alan, it's your turn.
So it's like by far the best narrative on the platform. It's also the first good game they made since Kaga left.
Wow. Okay.
That being said, like some real serious mechanical problems that are present in the GBA games are exacerbated here. I think this probably lands in A tier, but it's like by the skin of its teeth.
Okay. Since I have nothing to say about it, I'm anti Fire Emblem, as you all know, but I still need.
I will say this is another one the GameCube Zoomers like to act cool about because like there's like this is actually this is gonna sound worse than I mean it, but y'all know I love this game. They're like, oh, Ike is the based anti-racist warrior, and like they're very lame about it.
Yeah. Maybe this. I mean, this is getting to NSO. Maybe your reckoning will come soon. Okay. Pokemon XD.
Oh, you skipping Mario Party, little bro?
Oh wait, what did I? Oh my god. Okay. Dude, I don't even perceive Mario Party as like a real game. Okay, I have no thoughts on this. You can.
This is debatably the best Mario Party.
Really? Which means it's like
it's
top
either
of C tier.
Yeah, it's in like B tier.
Can we agree to like bottom B tier?
Sure.
Okay. Mario Party, even as a kid, is something that I never enjoyed. I always thought it was so slow and boring and like stupid.
You might have seen Ludwig anciently like did the like shirts versus skins Mario League. And that was a like a thing that traversed friend groups through the Smash community. So I have like fond memories of that. But yeah.
I respect it. Wait, why the fuck did I make this? Oh god. Okay.
Oh, my blood's boiling looking at these like a couple of these next ones.
Oh god, okay. XD, once again, no thoughts.
The GameCube Pokemon games are fucking atrocious. It's like some of the worst waste of time, and this is someone who like generally likes Pokemon.
Yeah.
This is the better of the two. It's a D tier game. Like it might be worse than Pikmin 2.
That sounds right. I mean, see, Pikmin is a real video game. Pokemon at its best is barely a game. So
Game or not Game Informer. Did you know Gaming did a video on it? And, yeah. This is a bunch of ex Dragon Quest devs that like Nintendo bought. And the thumbnail to their video is like, these devs didn't know anything about Pokemon before working on this game, and I was like, yeah, that fucking tracks. This shit's so ass.
Okay, Strikers. This game I haven't played it very much. It's low-key kind of awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, obviously,
I like it.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I like it a lot. I think it's one of the better Mario sports games ever.
Cool. Obviously, I'm a Euro, So it gets that bonus a little bit. How does it fancy you like as American?
It's got like a fucking WWE aesthetic, so I fuck with
All right.
it.
Um, how does Below Double Dash sound?
Yeah.
You know
Okay.
that seems kind of high considering all the other games, but like whatever.
I mean, look. Actually, no. Put it below Sunshine.
Below Sunshine. Okay.
Because the game definitely has a point where it runs out of substance.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's yeah for sure. Hyder
Like,
Batista
oh,
is
man.
saying the Wii sequel clears.
I have heard that the Wii sequel clears.
I haven't played it actually. I always wanted it when I was a kid. Um. Okay.
Melee heads play this one though, so
So Super Monkey Ball. I mean, I think for you this would be easy S tier, right? Probably.
yeah, I assumed we agreed on this actually.
I definitely don't disagree. I think for me this game has a little bit of a ceiling with how much I fall in love with it, because like I always, this sounds really derogatory, but like I think this is like the best sort of trial and error input memo game ever.
Yeah,
Like there's no dynamics in this game really, but it is a really nuanced handling system. And it's incredibly well made as well.
Uh-huh.
So
also as like an engine, like we acknowledge the modding scene during the Mario Kart tier list.
Oh yeah,
The just level packs for this game are endless.
yeah,
And that does a lot for it. It is like, I think a lot of people will reduce it to like, you trial and error and you learn the exact inputs to do, but like no, it is like a skill to play this game well.
oh yeah. For
Not
sure.
just like
There's definitely a fundamental skill involved that you develop as you play it. So I think for me, I think in terms of like respect, this is definitely a 10 out of 10. I think in terms of enjoyment, definitely not on the same tier as like even something like Pikmin probably, but I can see that it's better made probably. You know.
I think probably what put this in S tier for me is that there was like a portion of my life where I was like playing it very seriously.
Yeah.
And like speedrunning and stuff. And like I can see how without that it's easy to like cap out on the fun you have with this.
Yeah,
game.
for sure. Now that I'm looking at this, how do you feel about Melee versus RE4?
Melee on top 100% of the time.
That's probably right. To be honest, with you, it's probably right. I mean, I play RE4 way more, but that's because I'm bad at games. So,
I think also like there's kind of the fundamental like single player versus multiplayer game. Like,
yeah.
I get the urge to put a single player game on top. I truly do, but Melee is just different.
Yeah. So we got a couple more Mario parties. Do we care about these?
We'll just make that one Mario Party stand in for all of them.
Okay, I'm very good with that. Tales of Symphonia, that is a GameCube exclusive. Do you have any thoughts on this?
Oh, so it's not an exclusive actually.
Oh,
It's a PS2
they
game.
did put it on PS2 later, but like I mean, by my measurement, it's like okay, it came out first.
Yeah.
So
It RE4'd.
yeah, it RE4'd.
So like I have had a chip on my shoulder about this game famously.
Oh yeah.
I'm like I love to hate on this game. Been replaying it recently. Been doing a multiplayer playthrough with a friend of mine.
No way.
It's like actually like I got to put some respect on it. And
Really?
this is back when like Tales was trying to do something unique and kind of innovative. Like this is the first 3D Tales of game. I think it's like a B tier.
Okay. Wow. Let's say maybe above Strikers.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I mean, see, I have the mean tail seg, which is like it feels like the default anime RPG. Yeah.
Yeah, so like it became that shortly after Symphonia is what I would argue now.
Guys, Lloyd should be in Smash.
Yeah, those people should jump.
Okay, F-Zero GX. I haven't played this one nearly enough to really speak on it. But it's one where I recognize the greatness, so like I mean easy S here, right? Probably.
Okay, I figured we'd agree on this one too.
That's the thing. I don't disagree.
I know you don't have the experience, but
exactly, yeah. I think if I had more experience, I still wouldn't disagree. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Four Swords Adventures. I actually
That's a sick fucking game. I love this game.
you okay? Wow. I actually finished this
You
one single player because
Oh well, I mean that shit is unfun, but
yeah, I mean single player it's like a C tier.
yeah.
Multiplayer is fucking impossible to play.
Yes, but I've done it, so it's not
Yeah,
truly impossible.
respect. Faba Chaba is asking. So there's two games. There's a game called Four Swords, which is part of the A Link to the Past GBA port, and that one also was ported to the DSi later. And
Yes.
then Four Swords Adventures is just a totally separate game. But then you still
This
need
is
the GBA to play it multiplayer.
correct me if I'm wrong, but Four Swords, the Game Boy Advance game, is a Nintendo joint. This is a Capcom joint, right?
I think it was the other way around. I
Oh,
think
maybe.
this is a Nintendo joint, and then Capcom, like flagship specifically, I think I think they did the Four Swords portion of the GBA Link to the Passport. Marquez says both Capcom. Is that? I don't think that's true. I think Capcom. Um.
It's okay. So Wikipedia says for the GameCube game, developer Nintendo EAD. So
There you go. Yeah, Capcom did Four Swords, but I don't think they did Four Swords.
they also did Minish Cap, so that would make
Exactly.
sense.
Yeah, because like I think Four Swords was like the. I don't actually know the order of this, but like I feel like Four Swords was like the trial run for the Minish Cap assets. Like a lot of the assets reappeared in Minish Cap. I could be
Yeah.
getting the release order wrong though. I guess how does like low B tier, maybe above Mario Party sound?
Yeah, it's definitely better than Mario Party.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've only played single player, so that's really skewing my perspective. I mean, would you say like as a multiplayer co-op game, it's like it's
It it's shockingly fun.
okay.
I went in like fully skeptical.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I played Triforce Heroes like a good amount. I mean, that game is like okay. Um yeah. Beautiful Joe. I think Alan, you mentioned you had an arc with this game recently, right? Or
Yeah, I mean, I was literally playing it maybe 2 days ago.
sick, sick.
It's definitely the Kamiya game that I've bounced off of 700 times. And I think most people would probably like if you had to call out a game in his catalog, it's this one.
Mm.
Um, but like I kind of actually like with Monkey Ball the way you talk about it. I feel like there's like a limit to the fun I can have in this game, but I am having it now, and I'm quite liking it.
Fuck yeah.
I think it's like an A tier.
Yeah, I think that seems really right. I've been grinding it a little bit on the side. I never fucked with the higher difficulties very much. I did recently. So there's the adult, which is the normal mode. Then V-rated, which I recently finished for the first time, and then Ultra V-rated, which gets rid of the
Yes.
the
telegraph.
skull symbols for enemy telegraphing. So I haven't done that yet, and so this is one of the Kamiya action games that I haven't quite fully explored yet. So I'm brushing up against the Kamiya isms. I feel like I play through this game usually like once every couple of years, and I forget everything, and that's why all the set piece BS really hits me like it was the first time, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't had to run away from the fucking giant missile a billion times.
Oh my fucking god, dude. Oh my fucking god. See, I was watching Hot Pocket.
Also, all the shitty boss fights too.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I was watching Hot Pocket play Bayonetta on stream one time, and he was like, I think it was like stage 2 or something. I was like, yeah, the next QTE you gotta press square, and he was like, what the fuck? Because like because like that's the point where I'm at with Bayonetta, right? Where I can like sleep through the BS parts of it. The fact that I can't do that with Beautiful Joe yet, that's hurting my enjoyment a little bit. I feel like once I get past that, this will be like a fucking insanely sick game. But so far, definitely A tier. In my opinion,
I would agree.
I would in terms of feeling. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I would put it basically where you're about to put it.
Yeah, I was gonna go below Pigment. Okay, cool. Could still be S tier eventually. We'll see. For friggin' Star Fox Adventures, dude. See, this is a Western game, so you don't like it, right?
Oh yeah, true. That might be why I don't have any thoughts on it.
Okay, let's put in don't care.
Yeah, I'm like a 64 baby. So
So
that was my very first video game.
Good, dude. So fucking good. Twin Snakes. Dude, I had a really confusing. I used to have a really confusing opinion about this one. I think
Yeah.
as a kid, as a teen, I had like no defined stance about like remakes, and like I think I was like a dumb guy. I was like polish is like really important in games, blah blah blah, and it's like this game is actually a more refined version that people just don't understand. I don't see what the problem with it is. Now I don't even fuck with MGS1 like that these days, right? But
yeah.
I don't know how I feel with this one. If I revisit it, I do think the polish of it is kind of sick. It is a really technically and like aesthetically sound game. It feels really nice to play, but then it's coasting off of MGS2 in that way for the most part.
Yeah, well, it's like it's also still MGS1, and like,
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I'm like C tier on this, maybe.
I think C tier. Maybe it's like a little overhated, but.
Well, I mean, low key, if we were doing the PS1 library, I'd put like MGS1 at the bottom of B.
Exactly. And I think with this game, I think this is a great example of the best case scenario for a remake where, okay, it didn't actually overwrite the original's existence. Like, people basically don't acknowledge this at all.
Yeah.
Which I feel like that never happens anymore.
Well, the best about it is freaking the Fire Emblem community, where we literally call them separate games, like FE1 and FE11.
Yeah. That's kind of sick. I forget what they did with Psychomantis. Was it? Could you? The whole thing you can destroy the statues. I know that was a mechanic. Was that already in the original, or was that only in Twin Six? I don't know.
Oh boy, I don't know shit about fuck from Rayman.
I mean that's a multi-plat anyway. I feel like some people would make the argument that it's like Sonic Heroes coded, where it should be in there.
I didn't know it was even multi-plat.
It is
multi-plat.
That's how. So, fuck it.
Super Monkey Ball 2. So Pang has this really wonderful write-up on the distinction between like mechanical scenario and structural design.
Okay.
And like Monkey Ball 2 is like the case example of like the scenario design is also different here. Like the level design itself is kind of has a different philosophy behind it.
Yeah.
But the structural design just like knocks this game down like 2 whole points for me. It's like B tier.
I was also thinking like low B tier,
yeah.
Ryan is saying when you're in first person in the Psychomantis fight for too long, it swaps to his perspective and you can't do anything. You have to re-aim. That's kind of sick, actually. That's kind of nasty. Okay,
I'm down for like bottom of B tier.
Bottom of B tier. Yeah, see, I was getting really tired of this game when I was playing it. Like, when I think about it now, I feel like it's probably better than I gave it credit for. But...
Yeah, like, the levels aren't even bad. It's just like... doing it right the first time and then messing it up in a kind of like pandery way is like a quick way to be on my shit list.
Okay, I get that. Yeah, let's not worry about it too hard. Okay, friggin' Mario Power Tennis.
It's okay.
Does anybody have thoughts on this? I don't have thoughts on this one.
It is the least interesting sports game on the system. Of the Mario one.
Yeah, there are some real like Mario Tennis guys, but I feel like all the Mario Tennis guys, they like the Switch one now the most, probably.
There's definitely a split, but yeah.
Maybe you can put this in Don't Care.
Yeah, I'm down for Don't Care. I'll fight for the golf game, but yeah.
Okay, bunch of bullshit. Oh, Resident Evil 0.
Random bullshit go. Oh, Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. My fucking goat.
So true.
That was my first video.
0. I feel like 0 is kind of overhated.
I don't know shit about this game.
I have finished it. I used to have dude. I had so many weird opinions as a teenager. I was like, this is actually better than a remake. Dude, I don't even know. I was like, yeah, this is actually
That
better
is
paced.
such a teenager opinion.
I think I would I think in terms of feeling, I would maybe put it above like Shadow the Hedgehog. I'll say that.
I'll leave that one to you.
Yeah, I don't. I'm just going by vibes right now. Okay. Time Stories 2 non-exclusive. I feel like a lot of people did play this on GameCube, but like I have nothing to say about it. So let's
Yeah, and
ignore
I
it.
don't have anything about the SSX games either, sadly.
Yeah. Warrior Worlds, Treasure, my fucking goats. I finished this game.
Yeah, what the fuck?
The best thing you can say about it, it does feel like a treasure game. Like,
I mean, he's literally in Treasure on the front cover.
yes, sir.
Yuck. I remember getting this game when I was in like peak Nintendrone phase. And like this is one I didn't have as a kid, so it was like cool to get as like a 14-year-old or whatever, and being disappointed as a 14-year-old.
That's awesome. You can do fucking German suplex in this game, and you can do like,
Truth noob.
you can do the Mario 64 spin with like every single enemy. I think. I think it's a little too simple for how long it is, but it kind of has a cool energy, kind of cool manic energy to it. If it was like if it was like a Pikmin or like a Luigi's Mansion, like woo, and then it's over, I'd be much more fond of it. Yeah. So I think it is a little too long for what it is. Like if it were shorter, I would probably have replayed it like a bunch already.
Yeah.
But as it is, one thing that came to mind just now is that with the Donkey Kong Bonanza previews, a lot of people were saying, yeah, it's giving them vibes of this game. Which to me is like, honestly, green flag. That makes me so happy. I'm very excited for Bonanza.
I haven't watched anything because I know I'm broke right now.
Yeah. It's, I'll say for me, buying a... what's up?
Where are you about to put this game? I saw you move in Sunshine.
Oh no, I think I accidentally moved it.
Okay.
No, I think I want to put it like... How does Above Four Swords sound?
Yeah, I'll that's okay.
I was gonna say, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have bought a Switch 2. I'm not gonna lie with you.
Four Swords is low-key actually a more manic game, but
really,
yeah, no. The only reason I want one is for Breath of the Wild at 60 FPS.
Yeah, like I'm really happy with it. Obviously, my Switch got stolen recently, so it's nice to have one again. But at the same time, like, ooh, okay, $500. Ooh, okay.
Oof.
Okay, fucking, what is
Calibur 2?
We got Star Fox Assault. This game fucking sucks, dude. This is bad.
Yeah, it's like it's baffling how bad this game is. Like for like Adventures is bad because it's like doing something weird and different and not Star Fox or whatever.
Yeah.
This is like doing Star Fox but poorly.
It's not just the on-foot levels, guys. It's like it's not even that. The fucking I think this game is a great litmus test for if you have good taste. Because the fucking flying levels are so limp and so just so boring, clearly so much worse than Super Nintendo or 64 to me.
Yeah, or 2.
Yeah, or 2 even. Oh, see, Marquez, the multiplayer, I never tried it, but like the multiplayer seems kind of cool. I'll concede on that.
I can't speak on
I haven't really tried it, but the thing is, like, when you got the homies over and when you want to play a GameCube game, are you really gonna pick this one?
Yeah, not in a million years.
And again, to me, the idea that like the R-Wing levels are anywhere near as good as the ones in 64 or SNES is like offensive. Like to me, it's so obviously subpar. This is, by the way, this was developed by the Klonoa team, I think, at Namco.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
what the fuck?
That's a funny fact. The thing is, Namco, they literally make a flying combat game, just Ace Combat, right? You would think that's like so obvious, but no. Okay, is Pac-Man World 2 a GameCube? No, it's on the other
The
platforms too.
Pac-Man, they're like very, like within the GameCube speedrunning community and everything. They're very well. They're counted as GameCube games culturally, but I have no thoughts on them.
Yeah, so let's not worry about that. Okay.
Soul Calibur 2 is, I guess, the second best fighting game on the system?
Yeah.
Question mark.
So this is one. The one I played the most really as a kid was like 4. Um,
Yeah, me too. Me too.
when I go back to these now, it's like, wow, this game is wicked fucking fast. The movement feels awesome. It looks great.
Yeah.
Um,
hmm
I think if I actually played this game, it would be fucking S tier. But I don't
I
play this game,
I
so yeah.
I have a lot of disdain for modern Soul Calibur
Mm,
like design philosophies, and this game looks like it doesn't do any of those things that I don't like. So like I'm cool with like slapping it somewhere high, even though we're both a little ignorant.
yeah. How does above Resident Evil sound?
Fuck yeah, sure.
Okay, let's do it.
It's so crazy me putting a game I have like 10 hours in versus Path of Radiance where I've done like 30 playthroughs.
Uh, playing Link for 10 minutes will fix it. Doesn't Link like low-key suck in this game? Doesn't he look
Yes.
low-key bad? But like,
I think he's like
yeah. To me, it's still fucking awesome that he's in it. You know, it's like I think that's why I think it's okay to think of this spiritually as a GameCube game.
yeah.
Um, okay, Mario
Where-
Golf.
I'm like low key. I think the aesthetics of this game is like the best, most pure like Nintendo Mario vibe like I've ever enjoyed. Like it's
Really?
I really love the aesthetics in this game.
Okay. I've never played this one. Actually, no, I played this with my uncles, with my 2 uncles. They had a
Mhm.
GameCube back in the day. That was a lot of my exposure to that console. But I have no memories of it. Aren't golf games basically turn-based RPGs?
I was actually gonna make a joke similar to that.
Yeah.
I mean, like 99% of what I'm gonna enjoy in a golf game is like, is it pretty
Mm.
or otherwise interesting aesthetically, and this succeeds on that account.
How do you feel about below Tales of Symphonia?
That's exactly where I'd put it.
Fuck yeah. Okay, let's do it.
Our B tier is crazy.
We might have to do some culling later. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Time Splitters is fine. Eternal Darkness. I haven't played this one.
Um.
Western game.
So like, as a Nintendrone, I was the biggest shooter for this game, and then I
Really?
played, like any other horror game. Um, and like this one isn't horrible or anything, but it's like I definitely came out the other end, and I was like, I grew up in the Amnesia era, so this game had like no effect on me.
I feel like I always thought that the sanity gimmick is like something that doesn't work as the second you read about it in a review.
Yeah, and it is the thing used to sell you on the game.
Yeah, it's like it's so stupid. How does
I'm like
C
I'm like
tier?
C tier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably. I say bottom C tier probably.
I'm cool with
I
that.
haven't played it, but like it seems kind of lame. I'm not gonna.
I
Okay,
get more out of a Twin Snakes cutscene than I do out of
so true.
Chibi Robo A tier up top, baby.
Love the lick. All right.
I love the lick.
Okay. So I haven't played this one. I should play this one eventually. Maybe. So where would you put it?
I would put it probably it's probably below Beautiful Joe, above
Wow.
Paper Mario.
Wow. Okay. See. I asked you because I didn't want to influence you too hard. I feel like maybe I'm too much of a dictator. Because if I said above Path of Radiance, you would just agree with it, and then out of politeness, because you're a polite person. Um. So okay,
So
let's.
I played this game as a grown ass man, by the way.
Yeah.
This is not a game I grew up with. And I don't know, there's like a genre of GameCube game that has too much walking around and just doing cute shit in it.
Yeah.
Uh and this is like a whole game of that, but with like more intentionality and like is the most charming of the bunch.
Mm. Do you feel like this game has sort of a thematic like richness to it, or
Yeah, I would. It's definitely not like an Indonesia or like a like other. Other love delete games go further than that, but there's definitely substance here.
Dylan, what up? Honestly, I think our list is not that controversial. Yeah. Well, maybe I think the primes, they're obviously still big circles where I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? These are the greatest games ever. But
yeah, but they ain't. Yeah,
they're not here.
Actually, I shouldn't be so condescending about video games, but
friggin' Mario Superstar Baseball. Fun fact: this game never.
That shit existed.
This game never came out in Europe, for obvious reasons.
The Wii one is better, I think.
Really? Okay. I guess this is a don't care.
Just definitely don't care. I care more about the Over the Hedge game on the same row than this.
In German,
Crystal Chronicles,
dude,
is the most overhyped shit I have ever played in my entire fucking life.
Dude, as a kid, I was like, I was sad that I didn't have a GameCube. I was like, this game looks so cool.
Yeah, okay, so like once again, another GameCube game that is a profound aesthetic achievement and then is like totally half considered mechanically.
Is it a D tier or I haven't played it, so
it's not D tier, it's C tier.
Okay.
But like
above Eternal Darkness, or
yeah, I'll put it above Eternal Darkness too.
Let's do it. I just
want to say, I don't know, like,
oh yeah, go ahead.
I respect the lineage of dungeon crawlers and like its influence on JRPGs, and they're trying something novel and they did a cool aesthetic with it, but it just like you play that game for so long for nothing.
I just wanted to say really quickly, totally random, but I actually saw this movie in theaters back in the day.
Me too, dude.
And in German, it's called Ab durch die Hecke. And
fake ass language.
I remember, dude. This is one movie. My brother, he's like 6 years younger than me, and there was one moment where he like did the modern definition of popping off. Like he got up from his chair and was like, "Cooler Film" in German.
Dude, that's so beast. I can remember eating bugles. I don't know if y'all have those there. And drinking
bugles. What is a bugle?
Yeah, they're like little cone-shaped cheesy chips that you like put on your fingers.
Is it the Daily Bugle from Spider-Man? Wait,
something like that.
Wait, is it a
bugle chip. They're called that because they're shaped like the end of the horn.
Oh, okay. We don't have. That's fucking crazy.
Look, yeah. So you put them on your little fingers because you're a dumb kid with ADHD. But yeah, I can remember eating. I got my older cousin got me like a 6-pound bag of these. I swear to God, and I was just munching, and I think I watched Over the Hedge 3 times in a row.
Oh my God, dude. Okay, dude, I read about this game in magazines all the time. I was like, oh, this looks so cool. Is it? I'm sure you have thoughts on this.
I think you're the only person to ever think that. In Europe, you can get a Jirachi from it, and that's like the most substantive thing.
Shit,
about it.
Okay. Is it like a? Is it a don't care?
Like, yeah. It's like conceptually just something. I don't know. It's like buying a VHS tape for your GameCube.
Dennis is saying Pokemon Channel S tier mechanically rich game.
Yeah.
Anything else on page 2? I don't think so. I think that's it. Okay. I don't know how far down we're gonna go.
We haven't even. There's still
low key. You seem like a Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life guy.
I've never played Harvest Moon.
Oh, really? Okay. See, I haven't played this one either, so.
But everyone I know who's like a Harvest Moon head is like, Alan played this game. So.
I played the PS1 one a lot with my sister as well. That was a big sister game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, now I can't go back to them. Like now, it's just like way too obviously grindy.
Yeah. Well, it's like you can't even play it to impress the girlies anymore because they're on Stardew Valley.
Oh yeah. Jungle Beat, in my opinion, based on vibes, easy.
I love this game.
I fucking love this game, dude. This is so good.
This game, I have loved this game, dude. There was this. I'm gonna get personal here. Mom's friend's daughter, Tabitha was her name. and she's like 2 years older than me and kind of nerdy.
Mm.
I had the biggest crush on her, and we spent like a day playing Jungle Beat when I was like 8, and it was the best day of my life.
Hell yeah. I fuck with this game heavy. This game to me is the ultimate party trick. Like every time I have people over, I mean, you can't see it in camera. I used to have the camera angle like so that you can see my DK bongos. But I always show it to people. It's always a hit. I would put this below Beautiful Joe maybe,
I'm cool with that.
Or maybe higher.
I was low key like top of A tier.
Top of A tier. Wow. I feel
Pikmin's probably better, but
yeah, that's the thing. I think it's one where okay, if I think about it seriously, it's like maybe I'm overhyping it, but like emotional resonance is like okay, this is fucking sick.
That TGB video on it is like spot on, I think.
Yeah. See, maybe Bonanza will be Jungle Beat too.
No shot. You gotta have the peripheral.
That's true. Okay.
I often think about that Keita Takahashi quote where he thinks like peripherals and stuff are kind of lame.
What? That's an interesting take.
Yeah, he's like, we haven't even done enough with the buttons we have kind of take.
Okay.
And I'm like, how can my goat be so wrong? Has he not played with the DK bongos?
I do think it's an interesting take. I finished 2T actually the other day.
Oh, I still haven't started. Please do not spoil anything.
I won't. I thought it was good.
Yeah. Did you like it more than Watam?
I haven't finished Watam.
Nobody did except for me.
Yeah, I kind of fell off it like pretty. I was like, okay, this seems cute, but then I didn't actually finish it. Yeah, Pang, Monkey Ball is an S tier. Monkey Ball is an S tier. Oh, you know what? I just slotted F-Zero GX in there. Is it like above Monkey Ball or below? What do you think? I have no thoughts on it.
I think it's better than Super Monkey Ball.
Okay, let's do it.
I like Super Monkey Ball more though.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to influence you too much on 2SE, but I think the game is getting kind of a bad rep right now. I feel like I definitely am glad that I played it.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, I'd be curious what your thoughts on it.
Oh wait, no, we have a Wario game. What is that?
Oh yeah, this is one of the WarioWare games.
Oh, this is the one WarioWare I've never played.
Ooh, okay. Let's put in Don't Care because like maybe Pang has a take on this one. I'm not sure. Pang, by the way, I'll let you hop on too if you want. You seem like sort of. I think you're like a reluctant GameCube head. You want to have the Sega aesthetic. Oh, it's just the original. Oh, okay. You seem like a reluctant GameCube head. You're a Sega guy, but you know the GameCube is just too good. Can I invite? How the fuck do I do that? Add friends to DM. Wait. Oh shit, I need to make a group DM, I guess. Wait a second. Oh, wait. Foreplay. What the fuck?
I mean, I can't blame anyone for being a closeted GameCube fan in current year because we have given ourselves the cringest reputation.
That's true.
That Scott the Woz video was like the final nail in the coffin.
Okay, Pang. Where is he?
I know.
What the hell?
I'm actually currently airbrushing a GameCube.
Oh, no way.
That's going to be very pretty.
Oh my god. I don't have Pang as a friend, dude. This is fucking crazy.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Dude, the thing is, like, the fact that in Discord you can just DM people normally and you don't need to add them as friends, you just forget about it. That's what happens to me anyway.
It was a problem in Japan because we had a Discord server we were all in. But if you needed to call someone, if you call someone and you're not their friend, it does not ring for them.
Yeah.
It just like lets them pick up of their own volition. And so we couldn't get anybody's attention by calling them because none of us were friends.
Goddamn. Okay, I'll hang up here real quick and then I'll call you in the group I just made.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay.
Buenos dias.
Okay, Alan is back. And Pang is here.
I can't believe Ziad's been ducking being my friend for so long. Makes me
True.
Bro, you could have sent me a request first.
I can't believe I never did. I don't know why.
We were just saying, like, you just the way Discord works, you just don't think of it because like it's never necessary. Except now.
Yeah.
Okay, Pang.
Can I see the rest of the list so far real quick? I'm just looking at the YouTube. Is it better to watch on Twitch? That's probably.
Twitch is like definitely less delayed.
Yeah, let me switch over to. Yeah, this looks good. I know I would move Monkey Ball 2 up to A and probably also Killer 7.
Really? See, Killer 7 is one I fucking loved it when I first played it, but it's been too long for me to feel confident about it. I just know the ending is peak.
I think I cited you when I was talking about Monkey Ball 2 and why it should be B tier.
Me? No, okay. Luke is the real Monkey Ball 2 hater, and also sort of Simon.
Well, I gave. Yeah.
I'm a defender. Like I'm in the same way. I'm like a Metroid Prime defender. Because I remember like dropping a 7 out of 10 on Backlogged. It's like, damn, I'm being really contrarian right now. And then I joined Bird Gang and everyone's like, Metroid Prime is the worst first-person shooter of all time.
I kind of gave the take that is like, when you get it right the first time and then get it wrong by being more pandery the second time, I lose a lot of respect for you.
See, I would never give...
With Monkey Ball 2, it's not... I wouldn't call it more pandery. It's like... It's almost like shitpost tier, right? Like, it was like, okay, we made the good... front to back game, like 90% of it. Okay, now let's make just whatever we can think of now that we're not making an arcade game. Which also means like the part of the reason I don't like Monkey Ball 2 is because endgame Monkey Ball 2 is like it's like using a staple gun on your balls. Like it's it is like I cannot believe, and I beat that shit like quote unquote 1cc or whatever because you can just have 99 lives on one credit. But it was like awful. Like taking hours to beat like 10 levels is like not good.
Yeah, at a certain point the levels just like fall off very quickly.
It's very hit or miss. There's some really good. If you made like a game that was like the best levels from 2 and then all the levels from 1, you'd have like an 11 out of 10. Easy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, there's some really good levels in 2.
It's not like Deluxe where like the new level design is like clearly poorly considered.
Yeah, there's a couple in Deluxe that are like good, but there's not like any great ones. There's too many fucking mazes. Anyway,
yeah,
not to derail shit y'all have already talked about.
In your honor, I'll let you move up Monkey Ball a couple spots if you want.
Actually, man, you have this ship. Okay, is this ordered from left to right?
Yes, I was.
And you have it below Tales of Symphonia. What?
This was Alan's doing. This was Alan's doing.
I'm famously a Symphonia hater, but you kind of got to cut that game some slack. It's kind of got some stuff going on.
Okay, it's like this mid game has a couple cute things, and then this amazing game with sort of bad levels. And you're saying, oh, it's like,
but it's the same amazing game that already exists with good levels. Think about it.
Yeah. I can't.
Yeah, but like, why not have 2?
I can't play better Tales of Symphonia on the same system.
Okay, where would you put it, Pang?
I would. Part of me actually wants to be like, I'm gonna cash that in and instead move Killer 7 up to A tier.
Ooh,
that's actually probably.
I think I would be cooler with that.
I'm cool. I'm definitely cool with that.
I don't even hate Monkey Ball 2.
This is the thing. I love the ending of Killer 7 and like just the whole vibe of it. I just have no substantive thoughts on it anymore because it's been too long, and that's why I don't
know anything about Suda.
I pulled my tail in basically. Yeah.
I'm not a Suda expert. Like I never beat Silver Case, and I never played Flower, Sun, and Rain, but I do think Killer 7 seemed like the best like half and half. like of what he's trying to do. Like, because No More Heroes is way too in this silly, stupid direction. Not a fan of that.
I'm surprised I haven't heard any objections out of you on the A tier, the sneaks I've put up there.
I mean, really, like Path of Radiance. I'm not gonna. I sort of like Path of Radiance.
You do.
Yeah, I sort of like Path. I think it's a good story, which is it's very rare for me to say in a game. It's like actually solid character writing.
I made the argument that it was the best narrative on the platform.
That's a low bar, but probably true.
Well, like Killer 7 is the other possible option there, and I haven't played it. So.
Actually, okay, I'd say Killer 7 is better than Path of Radiance. Which, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't like. I like to move it. I'm happy with it just being A tier. But and everything else in A tier, other than actually, yeah, I'm a 1,000 Year Door fan. I've been more generous to Pikmin since we did the podcast.
we talked about that.
I'm an OG Jungle Beat fan. I've been playing Jungle Beat since I was a little kid. That was like an early score grinding game for me as a kid.
I'm a poser on it. I play it late.
I beat my dad's
while you were score grinding. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
While you were score grinding, I was picking up the girl across the street with it. I was telling Ziad. So.
Yeah. You got that. You're like, come check my bongos. yeah. Let me see it clap over the bongos, bro. I'm about to pick it up. All right. Speaking of that, I gotta tell my girlfriend bye. She's about to leave for Father's Day shit. One sec.
Are you good? I feel like okay, our next one is Billy Hatcher. I feel like that is one that Pang would have some thoughts on.
I had a wonderful time with this game as a kid, and that is all I have to. Oh wait, we skipped Ty.
What? Is that a
Tasmanian
game? Is that a GameCube game?
I think of it as one, but
that's a multiplayer, right?
Nah, get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah. Billy Hatcher, bad game.
It's better than Sonic Heroes though.
I finished this one cuz like I think I had some kind of deal with Julian. He was like, "Yeah, you got to play this. It's actually kind of fun." I mean, it's not the worst game ever or anything, but I feel it's
like a C tier.
Yeah, it's stuff for me. It's like bottom of C tier probably.
For Billy Hatcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no. Actually, fuck. Here's the thing. This game is bad for the main campaign. There's some really awful shit. I do remember once you get to the point where it's like, okay, you need to beat X number of missions.
Yeah.
Those like the second half is actually better than the first. What I remember, it's not a particularly good system. The way like the egg throwing and manipulating shit never gets interesting, and it's also badly implemented.
Yeah.
And it's like if you've ever been like, well, Sonic Team, the physics are just bad in their platformers because everything's moving so fast. It's like, no, Billy Hatcher is sort of slow, and it's still got awful physics.
Like, yeah, it's very thin mechanically. It's not like for as wacky as the idea kind of seems. It's not actually that like it doesn't amount to anything really.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So now I'm thinking about it, it's like, would I put it even above Pikmin? I didn't finish Pikmin 2, but I feel like it would be better just by default for just being Pikmin. But how do y'all feel about
that? I want to put Billy Hatcher probably at the top of D.
Top of D, okay.
But it's weird because the other like Sonic Heroes and Shadow and C tier, I'm like, I don't know if it's worse than those games.
Alan convinced me.
We barely talked about Heroes. I made a purely aesthetic argument for Shadow the Hedgehog.
Heroes is pretty bad. Shadow, I'm more and more convinced actually might have a little sauce, especially now there's like the fucking mod port thing.
Many are saying this as
many as in Evan, but I would trust Evan on Sonic.
I fucked around with the Shadow thing and like it didn't feel that different to me to be honest, but I'm not an expert.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not great. I'm sure it's fine. It was a bummer because like I might put I need to replay Assault. I think Assault must have sauce to it that I just didn't get because I was like
Star Fox.
No. Yeah.
I really don't.
No sauce. Negative sauce.
No. Okay. No. When I say sauce, I mean Like you
The 6 out of
turn
10
to the
stuff.
highest difficulty. Yeah, and then run some score attack is like, you know what? This could actually be pretty there's some shit going on here. But I mean it wouldn't be like above like B tier.
Pang, opinion, go.
Our next one is
Donkey
Donkey Konga. This one seems kind of bad to me, but I haven't really played it.
Donkey Konga?
Yeah.
Shit's got the
it's
Naruto openings.
That's so true. Oh, it has Losing My Religion. I forget which one has it.
What the
It's one or
fuck?
two. Yeah. By REM.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm not a big cause it's sort of just Taiko.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Taiko head.
You should have said I'm not a big rhythm guy.
Yeah, rhythm games are bad. That's why I only play 2DX. I was just grinding. I was grinding 2DX so hard earlier it made my my ring finger lock up.
I almost sent you pictures of all the cool cabs I saw while I was in.
I know I'm not the first person to say it, but like watching Pang play rhythm games in real life is like is a trip.
It's funny because I'm not even that good. I feel like I know Hotbag is coming down next month. I know I'm gonna say that to him. He's gonna be like so mad at me for saying that. Because I'm like, yeah, I'm rusty. I'm not sight reading 10s as A ranks. He's like,
do we want to put it in like don't care?
Yeah.
I'd probably put it in C if I had the
Really okay. Maybe bottom C.
Also, give me 1 sec. Oh yeah, PJ needs something. 1 sec.
No, you're good. You can play Skater Boy on Mongos.
I bet Pang doesn't have opinion on our next actual exclusive, which is Battle Stadium DON.
Battle Stadium DON. Wait, what is that? Sorry,
it's the one beside Digimon.
The one beside Digimon.
It's the.
Oh my god! What the fuck is this? Is this a GameCube game?
Yeah, so it's. Yeah, so it's the shitty genre of fighter where you got to hit the bubbles out of the other guys and then collect the bubbles.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those, but it's Dragon Ball, One Piece, and Naruto.
That's fucking insane. This one's I'm seeing though it's on PS2 as well.
Oh, it is. That must have been
later.
I guess it might have been.
You know what?
It's like.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I'll let you have this.
No, I don't have any thoughts on this game.
Okay.
I just thought it was a GameCube exclusive.
It was developed by Aiding, which is like.
Well, Aiding also made the very good Naruto games on this system. So.
Well, speaking of.
Yeah. So in America, all of our releases of these games are weird. They're like, the game that we have numbered as 2 is like halfway between the second and third Japanese games.
So is it like, did they basically cobble together a different game or something, or?
Yes,
that's insane.
And like, and they continue to do this all throughout the Wii as well.
What the hell?
So this is the last GameCube game we got in America. And like, so theoretically this is like the best one, although the competitive community for the GameCube version plays 4. This is like 2.5.
I just downloaded that recently. It's good.
Yeah, it's really good. This game's good. This game's like really good. I love the Clash of Ninja
Really?
games.
See, this is funny because like, so Naruto is like extremely fucking popular in Russia, and
that's all.
Yulia had no exposure to consoles at all in Russia for obvious reasons, except for the GameCube and this game.
Hell yeah.
That's so sad.
Babe, tell him about Naruto Clash of Ninja. Naruto Clash of Ninja on the GameCube. Didn't you like play it at a friend's house or something?
Yeah. I was like fucking 7.
Do y'all hear that? I don't know.
I didn't play because they didn't let me because I'm a girl.
They didn't let her play because she's a girl.
Well, Naruto's famously for the boys, so.
Alan says Naruto is famously for the boys.
Okay, I disagree with that because PJ's Naruto fighting game of choice is Ultimate Ninja Storm, and she whoops my ass. Like,
dude,
like that's the only game I get mad playing.
That's like you saying that makes so much sense. Like somehow I'm like, yeah, PJ is a Naruto Ninja Storm person.
I like Storm, but Clash of Ninja gaps it.
Yeah. I haven't. I haven't played that much of the GameCube ones. I played a lot of the Revolution trilogy.
Can I
So-
say
Didn't care when I was a kid.
Which Revolution game did you play?
Mainly 1 and 2. I never
Okay,
played
this is
3. I don't
also,
think.
yeah.
So 1 is just the last of the GameCube games, slightly changed and then ported to the Wii for America. 2 is entirely fan fiction written by the American staff with like a weird selection of characters and some mechanical changes. So
Can I just say we've
And then-
talked
Oh
about
yeah.
we've talked about this game more than RE4 or Melee. So
Who gives a fuck about those, dude? It's the jazz of fighting games. Oh, the scenario design is crazy. It's like freaking Final Fight. I don't even need to play Final Fight because I played RE4.
so
Isn't that so crazy?
I will
We're-
generally
yeah.
well, okay. The last one of these games on the GameCube I would put in like high A tier. Like is like
Really?
Yeah, that's probably fair, honestly.
I like it
What?
way more than I like it way
Is
more.
that like? Are you all serious? Right now? Is this a bit?
Bro, it's an aiding joint and like their 3D fighters were bangers at this time.
Okay. Let's
You
do
gotta
bottom
realize
A tier, I
that
guess. Yeah.
Aiding and Rising got better once Yagoa left. He was bringing the company down.
This is
I agree.
this is also like way more approachable than like 3D fighters tend to be. It's like a literal one button game if you want it to be.
Huh. Okay, see, that's the thing. I think had Pang not joined, Alan would have shown more restraint. Now that we've unlocked that, it's like, okay, I can't say anything against Clash of Ninja in A tier.
They're real hits.
Okay, if you
No,
wanna go-
I
Back 'em up in
think
the
I
chat.
think Clash of Ninja is the one game like you push me and I'll be like, no, fuck you, it's S tier.
I think Beautiful Joe 2 is sorta not that great. But to be honest, I don't have a good reason against it.
It's fine. Yeah, I've actually played a lot more of this one than 1.
Really?
Yeah, it's just this is the one I bought as a kid. I don't know why. I think my aunt gave it to me because I asked for the first one.
I think I understand why.
I've-
Bitches. Oh.
I've got to send y'all a picture of the case for my copy of this game. It has no less than like 15 GameStop stickers on it.
Yeah, really. That's awesome.
I think B is probably not that big of a step down from 1. So maybe somewhere B tier is fine. I just wasn't really. Dude, I have no intelligent thoughts on it, but yeah.
I mean, literally anyone I've ever heard talk about this game said it sucked.
I might be overstepping because I haven't played it since I was maybe 15 or 16.
Mm.
I have a feeling this is secretly like a Monkey Ball 2 situation. It's like you could play a worse version of an amazing game,
Yeah.
or you could play just a bad game with a couple good things in it. It's like this is the former.
Yeah.
It's probably like a fine. You know, how many of these 2D like beat 'em ups were you getting that era anyway, right? Like, so I don't know. I'm if you want to do low B or high C, I don't really care.
I'm thinking below Monkey Ball 2, maybe. That seems right.
Yeah, I
think
would put it below Monkey Ball 2.
I think Mario Party 4 is too high, but like,
A Twilight Princess is also just like a bad version of a good game.
No, it's like the good Ocarina of Time. The Ocarina of Time was already 9 out of 10.
Pang, PJ seems like she would really fuck with Twilight Princess. Does that sound right?
She would actually. Oh, you know what? You just unlocked some new tech for me. I'm about to bring this shit up. Too bad on the Wii U one.
I wish you'd been here earlier for that combo ping.
Like women fuck with this game.
Yeah, I was
This
like
just looks awesome.
every X I've ever had is like cringing at the fact that we just put it in C tier.
Um,
One of my exes had a roommate. This is the like Ziad, if you remember that story I said once in Bird Gang of the ex's roommate who like ran out of the bedroom screaming because she was fingering her girlfriend and they had Taki dust on their fingers.
I don't know if you told me that story. I'm not gonna lie.
Someone asked us like that was Pang doing a bit. I was like, no, that shit was real. But that roommate was like, yeah, I'm a GameCube fan. Oh, you really like games? And she was showing me all her shit. And she had it was like a fucking like retirement fund of GameCube games, like Twilight Princess complete in box, Wind Waker, Thousand Year Door, like every single first party Pokemon XD, like all sorts of super expensive stuff. And she was just like, yeah, I've had this shit since I was a kid. It's like, god damn, you're lucky as fuck. Anyway,
there's so many moments. It's like, damn, I wish I would have bought crypto, like 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Actually, it's like I bought Armored Core 4 and 4 Answer on PS3 for like $15 each,
Oh
and
yeah.
then the store got closed.
You like dead ass might have bought my copies. I sold them all for like $15 a piece because I needed rent, and then Armored Core 6 got announced.
It's funny. I drove down to Alabama to buy them. I had no reason for doing so. I just was down there.
Yeah,
I was like, let me check out the GameStops in Alabama.
They're dire.
So,
I bet.
anyone played this shit? Dance Dance Revolution
It's
Mario
bad.
Mix?
I've played
I
it
played it like once.
I don't have like the context to have an opinion that's meaningful.
Let's put in don't care. Because I don't.
Can you shout
Oh,
out?
I see games I care about on this page somehow.
Can you shout out NFL Street Volume 2?
NFL Street Volume 2. Was that on previous page or?
I think so.
Oh, that has GameCube exclusive stuff as well, right? It has some. That game's good, right? I think a lot of people fuck with that.
It's good. Yeah, I've been actually playing it a lot recently with PJ because we were at MagFest. We played the first one, and I sort of like some stuff about the first one better. I need to like compare them more. It's not a GameCube like exclusive or anything, but I just wanted to because it's a real good arcadey basketball game.
I do want to play these eventually more, for sure.
Yeah, they're nice.
It makes me sad seeing every fucking game under the sun before we even see Wave Race.
Oh yeah, it's sorted by popularity right now.
Yeah,
that's kind of insane.
you know we're getting dire when Botan Kaitos is on this page.
Well, if you consider who's on backlog, it's like, well,
I fucking love Custom Robo.
Is it good?
This is not the best Custom Robo.
Dude,
yeah. Go ahead.
As a kid, I wanted the DS one so bad. I thought it looked so cool, but
I enjoy this game a lot. I think it's like a fun concept. Like it's like moderately well executed, and it's up down, and then it's over. There's a lot of that on the GameCube.
Huh. Pang, do you have any feelings on this?
Nope, this is one of the ones I haven't played.
I would put it in like high B tier somewhere.
High B tier. Wow. Okay. How does
that sounds about right from what I've heard about it. I know. I think Magnetic Burn from Backlog was talking about it recently. Had good things.
It's an eminently likable series too.
Below Symphonia sound.
I'm cool with that.
Okie dokie.
I actually put it above Symphonia.
Oh wow. Okay.
You need like a B- tier.
It is getting a little long.
Yeah, I think if you make the split, you make it at like prime.
Can we also give did you put like Rogue Squadron isn't on here? Is it Rogue Squadron?
Oh yeah, dude.
We also skipped the
Rogue Squadron. I did actually. I saw it, remembered it was a GameCube exclusive, and then forgot to put it in there.
We skipped the snowboarding games too.
Oh, we did. Oh my god.
I gotta shout out Avalanche having the coolest Japanese title ever, 1080 Silverstorm.
Oh hell yeah!
It's got that nice creative design or whatever that German like really cool Y2K studio design studio.
Oh, did we not skip them?
Did I just conflate them? Not exclusive, and then 1080.
Yeah, no,
I think
I conflated 1080 and SSX.
Yeah. Okay, 1080.
They're not like the 1080s. Like they're fine. They're not anything special.
Okay, do we have anything on Rogue Squadron? Do we care?
Oh yeah, it's just it's fun. It opens with the Death Star infiltration, and it looks real good. It's that Factor 5
Factor 5 Germany.
Yeah. I need to play Layer at some point.
Hell yeah, that's the real master.
The 6-axis.
I will say, looks real good. Has not gotten any game very far on this list.
Can you do maybe low A? I think that's fair. We put Clash of Ninja too. No. This is probably like B- high C, something shit like that.
I'll still below B for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Botan Kaitos is a looks real good game.
Well, actually, I played the remaster and it looked awful. So
the remaster looks fucking bad.
See, anybody who knows Pang knows that he doesn't care about that type of shit. He would.
I do. No, I do.
I feel like you. I
used to not care as much.
Turn off. Like if there's a bit to be run, you're immune.
Yeah. This one's hard to justify with the bit though. It looks real. Well, okay, it's like it looked fine on the original because I play on composite, so it smooths it all out. That's my take.
I like this game, but Origins is I think I like it more.
How do you feel about this one? Like where to put it? Because like I don't think we have anything to say about it.
I like it more than Metroid Prime.
Okay,
Or
let's do it.
This is like a cool era of like JRPG stuff where it's like before we jumped the shark and all became like noxiously anime. There's also like some very clear Chrono Cross DNA in this game.
See, as a JRPG like quote unquote hater, if I said that, it wouldn't have weighed. Then it would be like xenophobic, fucking overgeneralization. If the JRPG expert says it, that's fine. Yeah, that it has to be true.
Yeah, I don't see what the confusion here is about.
Okay. Oh, we got Clash of Ninja 1, which is like American. I don't fucking know what's going on there. But...
this one is still actually the Japanese version.
Okay.
Like they're the same game.
I mean,
it has like it's a lesser version of Clash of Ninja.
Okay.
Like, it's got 8 characters and like 4 fights in the story mode.
I think we can do our Mario Party thing where we just say, okay, we treat the good one as representative of the rest and then don't care about the rest.
Yeah, I mean, if Clash of Ninja 4 comes up on here, we should replace 2 with that, but yeah.
Okay.
Gekkito Ninja Tyson 4.
Dude, okay, GoldenEye Rogue Agents, the only reason I have any awareness of this game is because this is one game that you could use to, like, hack your GameCube, I think.
It is. That is great.
Yeah. Or S tier.
Freaking...
Finally! Fucking Wave Race Blue Storm.
Oh, it's here. There you go.
How are you caught up, Alan? I'm watching the stream and I'm so behind.
Are you on Twitch or YouTube?
I'm on Twitch.
I'm on Twitch now. It's over for me.
Oh. Skill issue.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think there should be a setting for latency with the little wheel icon.
Advanced. It says low latency mode.
Huh. I've definitely noticed that some people in chat are more or less behind. I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all are...
Sometimes refreshing helps, but sometimes you get nuked from orbit with ads as well.
I mean, y'all are similar distance to Germany as well.
Yeah.
So, shouldn't be that big of a deal. I don't know.
And Pang definitely has better internet than me.
Yeah, I'm on some fiber right now. Actually, it might be my ad block, the Twitch ad blocker. Like I just reloaded and it's like taking forever to load the thing.
Dude, Twitch ads are so fucking bad. Oh my god. I've barely played this game.
This game could benefit from a couple more like casual game modes. A bit of a borrowed observation from the Trixie video is that like there's no way for you to just play with your friend and a bunch of computers. It's exclusively like 1v1 races if you do multiplayer.
That's weird.
Also, like it's lacking some like training mode, trial mode options that I would like. Basically, you can't ever play this game in a low stakes environment that's actually fun. And I think that holds it back a little, but I still think like if GX wasn't on the system, this would be far and away the best racing game on the system.
Damn. Can I say I love this icon? I love this logo. This is really sick.
Yeah, it's dope.
I haven't played very much. I don't have any strong opinions on it.
I think I'll say I'll probably fuck with this game once I actually get into it. I fuck with anything that's sort of like water simulation. I think that could add a lot to it. That's very unique and not something that games explore a lot, weirdly enough. Would you say like high A tier or even S tier? What are you thinking, Alan?
That's insane. No, don't put it.
It's not quite S.
Western game.
Like B plus.
Is it? Who makes this?
Yes, it's an NST joint.
Yeah. Alan instantly has a crisis of faith.
I'm like shaking. Like,
NST. This is like when I was playing Ridge Racer 64 recently. I was like, wow, this game's fucking good. And I realized it came out in 2000 as an NST game. I was like, nope, throw it in the bin. I'll just play 5.
It's probably up near like Jungle Beat.
Wow. Okay.
That's insane.
I mean, that seems dude, above Soul Calibur though. That seems really high. I'm not gonna lie.
Above Double Dash?
This-
It is better than
Double Dash is. I mean, Alan keeps saying that. I can't. That's the thing. I can't say anything because I haven't played it really. So I think Double Dash is really good.
I don't. I mean, yeah, I only have like little kid experience with this game, so I don't know if it's like, but it's like, I would really doubt this is better than like when we bring up racing games in general, like Burnout 3 or, you know, any of the good Need for Speed, like the black box Need for Speeds around this time.
Do we want to agree to like above Clash of Ninja maybe, or
That's a good compromise.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
okay?
It's A tier for sure. Where it goes in A tier matters less to me.
Okay. Why is Grap by the Ghoulies here? Isn't that an Xbox game?
I was about to say
What?
that's a fucking Xbox.
That I don't. That's right.
Strange. I wish I'd play Piano 3 so I could defend it. But I'm a fake Mikami fan.
I've played Piano 3.
See,
I didn't
this
even
is
know it was Mikami.
the fact you
when I
haven't
played
played it is the only reason you're a Mikami fan. Like your house of cards would instantly shatter.
It'd be crazy if it's like, oh man, I can't believe Mikami has one bad game. Too bad Kamiya has like 10 bad games. He has only one good game. He has DMC. That's it.
Damn.
Every other one's bad.
Obviously we all know that's not true. I think this game, I don't know. I feel like you
C
can
tier?
put a lot of effort into trying to make it look and sound really cool, but I feel like it's just not that good.
It's short. That's a good trade. Look
it's
at
too-
Okami in comparison.
It's too
Good
long, dude,
God.
for what it is.
So is
Okami.
I would rather play Okami.
No, you wouldn't.
I gotta bounce, guys.
Ah, shit.
Oh.
Thank you, Alan, for this idea and also for staying so long.
Yes, don't let Pang make any rash decisions with the rest of it.
I'm about to carve this shit up. You got too many cute choices. I'm about to.
It's true. Like it's gonna be hell from here on.
But yeah, thanks for having me. It was a fun time, y'all.
Catch you later, man.
Catch you later, dude.
Later.
All right, Sunshine down to D. Bad fucking game.
I was
Awful
like,
fucking game.
I was feeling generous today. I mean,
I think Sunshine is worse than. I think it's worse than. See, okay, I know Sunshine has sauce,
yeah.
but it's like the dumb like. But you can do the freaking trick. I was talking to Hot Dog about this recently. I bet if you do the like good restricted version of this game, where you just speed run like the first 4 missions of the game, you don't do anything else. Like I think that game is probably like a 7.9.
That game is where it is. That game is in the correct spot on the tier list. If you play like normally, it's kind of miserable.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like learn to speedrun this shit so I can sit through Sandburg. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do some stupid like, bro, there's a setup. I was like, I don't get.
Alan was agreeing with me that like just you could almost say the lack of level design. It's just way too adventure gamey for my taste, and just the total like the fact that you can really zigzag structurally the way you could in 64 or even Odyssey or something. That just genuinely hurts it in a way that is really hard to ignore, I think.
Yeah, and it's like when I think last time I played this game is like I was better at the tech, and I was just using I was having to play through the boring adventure shit, and then I was skipping past all the extra platforming sections with the spin jump. I was like, I'm doing the freaking epic tech, and it's actually making it worse because I'm not playing it. I'm speeding through all the good shit, and I had to sit there for the awful shit. Anyway, I just had to.
Yeah, no, I think that's. I would, if this were just my list, I would probably put it in C tier. But because Alan just has a way with me, you know, I let it happen.
he had his way with you.
Okay. Yeah, he did. He really did.
Pause.
Right,
so Pinot 3 above Sunshine is what I'm saying.
I don't know this one, Chief. See, okay, I feel low-key bad that I got you in so late, because like now you're getting the scraps. Like
no, thank God. Who gives a fuck about Chibi Robo? Life is worth living. Move past divorce. A robot can change everything.
Oh my God.
Off.
Isn't this One Piece game low-key? No, it's not exclusive. Okay.
I have no. Okay, I just caught up.
Oh,
what's
we
that?
got.
I see Wolf.
Go ahead.
I don't know anything about that One Piece game. Oh, Ribbit King, dude. S tier.
Wait,
Ribbit King is some swag. Are you familiar with Ribbit King?
I know you all ran a bit at one point for GGC.
It's not a bit. I love that game. It is okay.
Yeah.
It's like party golf.
Okay.
It's like off the rails. Party golf. You basically like. See, I always thought it's like you hit a frog with a mallet and it makes it jump. I think technically you have a frog on a little spring and you hit the spring and it like a seesaw, you know. And the frog like bounces depending on how hard you hit the whatever. Which is it's got a weird element because if I recall, like the frogs like it bounces multiple times, so you can bounce over some obstacles if you sort of like aim it right and like sort of look at the different jumps. And then there's just a lot of different characters, a lot of really cool stage gimmicks. I played this all the time in high school with my friends.
Huh.
I really
Okay.
like the game.
If
I think it's technically a PS2 game as well.
Oh,
but
really?
I always only knew it as a game. I think I always only knew it as a GameCube game. I didn't realize there was a PS2 version until like a couple of years back.
there's a PS2 version, but like, okay, you know what? In our circle, it's been a running thing. We've mentioned it a couple times. Let's just fucking think of it as a GameCube game. I'll concede for the bit. See, if I say if we ever meet again in person, that sounds so dark, right? But like, it is quite a distance. Maybe we should make this one a priority. I want to know.
Yeah, we should actually play some multiplayer shit and not like look at how low the frame rate is in the Evil Within.
Bayonetta PS3.
Look how bad the load times are in Bayonetta on PS3.
That was certainly an us thing to do.
That was a very Bird Gang hangout.
Yeah.
No multiplayer.
So are you feeling like how does Below Warrior World sound?
I will accept that only because I actually sort of I fuck with Warrior World.
Hell yeah, treasure.
Yeah, the treasure. That's actually low-key the best treasure era.
well, I mean,
licensed dog shit.
Fucking Ikaruga was the same era. Like Gradius 5. You could be a Gradius 5 guy, eventually.
Yeah.
That seems like a strong thing to say.
Yeah.
I think you said this game's alright, right? But 1080 Avalanche.
I haven't played that much of it.
Oh, okay.
I think I played a little more than the N64 one. I'm not. What they'd be like C tier.
Okay, let's put it in don't care because like we don't care.
Yeah. I wish I had a good take on Doshin. That's been a game. Yeah. In fact, that's been set up at Dawnstar for a while. Dawnstar's at Doshin in one of the kiosks.
Oh, really?
For a couple months. And I just haven't played it.
For chat, Dawnstar is an arcade in Richmond, Virginia. It's really cool. See, this is a similar situation as with Animal Crossing because they're both originally N64 games. I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of the Art Dank directors.
Yeah.
It's Tale of the Sun and Aquanaut's Holiday, I think. And he left and they got the Nintendo money to make a bad game, and they made a good game. So I wish I had played it. So at some point I'll sit down and play it.
At some point, Beach Gen. At some point, we'll do it.
Yeah, that should be a great GameCube Beach Gen game.
This one,
Flush Away Fire.
For some reason, I filed it as Japan exclusive, but it's not, right? It came out in America at least, I think, right?
Europe.
Oh, in Europe. Wow. Okay, one of those.
Yeah. No US release as far as I'm aware.
Okay. Bomberman Generation. That's a GameCube game, but I mean, whatever, dude.
I've barely played those.
Yeah.
I played the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory game. That game's bad. That game's real bad. I played on PC though.
That's awesome. Oh boy.
Battalion Wars. I have not played the first one. The second one is sort of good.
Oh, there you go.
They're like weird. Like I don't know how to describe it. It's like I don't want to call it an RTS. It like sort of is RTS, but you're playing one of the units, and then it's sort of like Overlord. It's like GameCube Advance Wars.
Guys, it's like
Overlord.
adult Pikmin.
It's so true. I don't know if I'd call this adult Pikmin. It's like 13-year-old Pikmin.
Yeah, I always wanted to play this on the Wii, especially as a kid.
Yeah,
but I haven't.
It's pretty good.
See,
I wish I had a Lost Kingdom stake as well. I'm getting sort of washed by these obscure ones.
This is so do you know about this Mickey Mouse game by Capcom, which is also a GameCube exclusive?
I've nearly bought it multiple times, and then every time I'm like, oh wait, this is like a 45-minute point-and-click adventure.
Yeah, mutual friend Björn, he played this on stream. I added like the super code for that. This is a very bizarre game. But
So this is like a Nintendo game for me. One day I'll sit down and I see Piglets right next to it.
Oh,
I played a lot of that game.
that one's PS2 though.
I know.
This
and I don't.
yeah.
People, I don't know why it came back up. I guess the freaking epic music. It's just like, it's like when you run into an enemy, you just do a sequence of QTEs. So like, there's no.
See, okay, I think
Yeah,
I'm
it's not very
coming up.
scary.
I'm coming up with a bit in real time that's like, okay, people who played like mostly shitty movie tie-in games as kids, they developed the ability to divorce themselves from nostalgia later and then have really good taste as a result.
Literally.
Like, because I feel like we're similar in that way, you and I.
It's like how my how to put it. It's like how some people is like I grew up and sort of realized like, oh, my dad is an alcoholic and a broken man and etc. It's like when I grew up and realized like, damn, my dad was always buying me the worst fucking shit. My dad was buying awesome shit for himself, and then
See,
I've said this before. Our Game Boy Advance starting lineup was D&D Eye of the Beholder, Phalanx, and Rayman Advance.
oh god.
The only first party titles I ever got, other than the Pokemon, and not even the Pokemon games I wanted. We got Fire Red and Leaf Green between my brother and I.
Yeah.
We got Mario vs. Donkey Kong and DK King of Swing. No Golden Sun. None of the Mario remakes. No Link to the Past. No Minish Cap. No, neither of the Metroids. I didn't buy those till I was older.
It's like I look at all my favorite games now, and like maybe 2% of them are games I actually played as a kid. And,
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's actually a good thing, like to realize about yourself.
I think like the radicalizing game for me was Jet Set Radio, and I was probably 12 or 13. In fact, I played Luigi's Mansion. Luigi's Mansion was what first made me realize like, oh, I can actually like finish games, and it's cool. And I replayed it a couple years back. I was like, I'd put it in C tier without even thinking about it. I used to have this shit at a 9 out of 10. I was like, this game's not good.
Alan's a shooter.
I wish I'd
for
play
Luigi's
more of.
Mansion.
I wish I'd play more Geist. I have.
Yeah.
I've not really touched this one.
Me
Like the concept
neither.
looks cool, but it's sort of janky.
I
don't know-
think it's
I don't
also
know
like
better
kind
word
of
than that.
point and click adventure coded, right? Maybe.
I think it's like it's got. I'm gonna say it. A slur. Imsim.
no way.
Because it's you can like possess anything, and so you do the like it's like a shooter, but then you can like possess. But it's like you can possess like a soldier and then walk past some cards, like that kind of shit.
Okay, the dev history of this is sort of interesting. Okay, there's this developer called N-Space.
Yeah.
Let's not get into all that, but like that's crazy. When I saw this in magazines, I was confused by the fact that it had a German name. I was like, "Whoa, what is going on here?"
It just sounds cool.
Yeah.
Geist walks so prey could run for real. Probably true. I think that's actually true.
I think Cubivore is a GameCube exclusive, right?
Yeah, that's an Atlas game, right?
Yeah,
Did they develop it, or they just publish it? Saru Brunei or Brunei? Oh,
Was
this
it
is the
Tokyo-based game. Okay.
Did they do another game?
I don't know any of these at a glance.
Fuck.
This is also another one I know about it because Bjorn always talks about it because like he his goal is sort of to have every GameCube game eventually.
Yeah, you should choose a good console instead.
Like the
Dreamcast.
I was gonna say something shitty, but I couldn't think of anything.
Dreamcast is that's a console with some actual like a deep reservoir. All these games are.
I feel like okay, Pang, I'll have you back on again. I feel like with the Dreamcast tier list, not as many people are gonna care, unfortunately. But I would have you on again for that.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
Yeah.
I would need the prep. I got a couple. I gotta brush up on, and a couple I haven't
For
never
sure.
played. But yeah, people are not. It would. I don't know. The GameCube cult of personality, the Church of Nintendo.
It's just fucking true.
It's an evil shit.
Uh,
And okay, just to say some other dog shit I see on here. I've played PK Into the Shadows, which is that's an early Ubisoft Montreal game, along with Going Quackers.
Oh my god.
It's like Ratchet and Clank, but bad. Well, Ratchet and Clank's already bad, but
I'm not gonna contest that. That's not.
it's also multi-plat. So
It's midnight in Germany. It's too late for that.
I wish I'd played Amazing Island. That's a GameCube exclusive from Sega. I forget
Amazing
which team
Island.
of the.
Wait.
That's some mini key. It's like mini game dog shit.
Oh, okay.
It was up. Yeah. It was a
Uh,
Spawn game.
dude,
On
I
here?
don't.
What the fuck?
No. Wait, I don't see it.
I think you just scroll up. Oh no, wait, it's next to Going Quackers. It's between Going Quackers and PK.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. I also saw Gotcha Force, which I saw I think Kai playing in chat once.
Oh yeah.
It looked cool. Third person shooter, mech builder, Capcom. Capcom presents.
Capcom presents. Fighting third person shooter. What the hell?
That's sick.
Mediocre reviews from critics and very little advertising. Due to circumstances, it was not commercially successful, although it has gained a cult following with numerous high fan reviews. Huh.
It's the bathtub curve, dude. If it's below like a 70, great game. If from like 70 to 90, it's like whatever the critics say is right on the money.
They reprinted copies
Nah.
in Japan in 2012. What the hell? Okay, I don't know anything. I need, okay,
They're cooking.
this one I need to
That's
look up. Actually, this one sounds kind of interesting. I don't. Dude, I'm fucking blind.
I know it's.
Oh, there.
As far as I'm aware, it's Lucky Heat. I need to play
Okay.
at some point.
I think that warrants at least putting it in the don't care tier.
Yeah. Another Bomberman. Who gives a fuck about
friggin'
Kaitos?
Xenocrisis. That's like a modern, well, like
Yeah,
retro indie game.
I didn't realize that had a.
And they put it on everything.
Yeah.
But it's made for the Mega Drive.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I saw a Sunshine ROM hack earlier. Oh, there's Clash of Ninja 4.
Yeah.
Well,
Alright,
for
let me look at
Alan,
page 7 real quick.
let's just put it here.
I need to play Pac-Man Versus at some point, but also knowing it's
Yeah.
Miyamoto and he doesn't know how to design arcade games, I'm like, there's probably some dog shit.
Isn't that's also a GBA situation, right? Where you need the shit, or do you?
Oh yeah, maybe, because he plays the ghost or something. There's like Fog of War.
Yeah,
It's like
I
Fog
feel,
of
I
War
feel like there was an
Pac-Man.
arcade. I don't know if it was Don. I don't think it was Donstar, but there's one where I think they had it, but
That's sick.
yeah.
We really are on the dregs now. Because I know there's some like really obscure GameCube exclusives that we haven't had yet. But like, I mean, obviously Kuru and Squash.
That's crazy that that's not higher. Yeah.
No one knows about that game.
Yeah.
I think like if you look on YouTube, we're one of the few
Yeah.
people have talked about that game.
That's the thing. In the episode, we said like it feels insane that nobody's talking about this because it feels like such an obvious, like easy like Nintendo Church of Nintendo game. You could use it for ammo. Yeah.
I know it's like that. It's super slept on, and it has a full English translation patch. It's like, what are y'all fucking doing?
We could rank this one actually while we're at it. I would
Which one?
put this Kuru and
Yeah,
Squash.
yeah, grab it.
Yeah.
High B, low A.
Low A. I was thinking like high B, but honestly
that's
low.
fine.
Yeah. Maybe that's
I'm
the
looking at
top of
pages
B.
myself now. Yeah, that's fine. Oh wait, it was right. It's on page 7, like right below.
Oh really? Okay, wait.
That's so funny.
Let me stick with the other formatting then. Wait. Weird. This is kind of weird, but.
And fuck, I haven't played PSO3 either. Or episode 3. That's
Oh,
another one I
yeah.
watched in chat. Kama's always playing bangers in chat.
See, okay. is Blue Burst the move? Is that the thing we're gonna do, or are we?
Please, yeah, stop doing the fucking bit. Who gives
It's
a
not a
fuck
bit. It's
about
not. It's not a bit.
episode 1 and 2?
Authenticity.
Yeah.
Authenticity.
And okay, you are literally supporting the way more grind heavy version of that game, like the way more pernicious version of PSO.
I'm respecting
I
the
gotta tell
developer
you.
intent.
Odama is on the next page, by the way.
Oh hell yeah, that's a banger. See, okay, we're actually. It's good that we went this deep because like there's a surprising amount still kind of left. Yeah. Oh wait, should I do PSO? I mean, I guess episode 3 was
That one's actually a GameCube
Game
exclusive.
exclusive.
I don't
Wait,
have anything to say about it.
This is episode 1 too,
Unfortunately.
right? No, this is
Yeah, 3 is like to your right, above Haunted Mansion.
Above Haunted. Oh, okay. There you go.
Haunted Mansion might be sort of sauce. That's another one I played as a kid.
What the hell? What is that?
Licensed Luigi's Mansion. I guess you've never been on the ride.
No.
I've been to Disney World a few times.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah,
That might be
990
a
ghosts.
cultural.
I had the book with all of the ghosts in it.
Ugh,
Like had them all listed.
okay.
Also thought
Odama.
Kuru and Squash being a JP exclusive hidden gen was common knowledge at this point. I feel like it's not. I feel like it's still slept on, unfortunately.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I feel like, and I think Paradise is probably better. I think.
Yeah.
The amount of people who've only played the first one. Well, okay. The sad thing is that the indie games I've played, or the one I played, the one I mentioned on the episode, Spinny's Journey or whatever. It's just based on one. I'm like, y'all fucked up. They iterated on this concept so hard, and y'all
yeah.
are like stuck doing the old bad version with the manual spin control.
See, I think for me, Double Dash is too low, and then I would probably also put.
Double Dash is too low. Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably. See, now that Alan's gone, dude. I mean, our B tier is too big anyway. Okay. Wait.
Yeah. Let's.
Okay, wait. Let's put
make a
Double
couple
Dash.
adjustments.
Sorry, Alan. I'm making an executive decision. Let's put Double Dash here, and let's put Squash. Wait, Squash above or below Double Dash? What do you think?
Squash below, but definitely above Wave Race and all that.
Yeah,
shit.
I was looking at this. I'm like, nah, this isn't right. This is not right.
Fuck. Can we please move Wave Race down to B?
I mean,
Alan,
we haven't
Alan's
really
never
played
gonna
it.
watch
We
this
haven't
shit.
really played it. In fairness,
Yeah. Odama.
this game is
Okay,
cool.
see, the thing is,
but...
the top of B, like the first 3 games in B are probably all C tier games for me. Actually, Sunshine is like a D. Wind Waker might be like a low B for me because I'm sort of a 3D Zelda apologist. I just haven't. I've played the first half of Wind Waker like 5 times. I like it. Odama. Fuck, these games all suck in B until like the second half of B is way better than the first half.
I got Alan influenced a little too hard.
Can we also move Animal Crossing up to A? I don't know.
Do you know the story of this of this mother who she was sick with cancer, and then in her final year she was playing Animal Crossing GameCube a bunch, and
and she left like messages for her kids or whatever.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And when I first read that, I like started crying, and like that. I think because of that story, I have mentally built up Animal Crossing in my mind as like, ooh, this amazing soulful game, but I haven't played it yet. So.
It is. It really is. I think it might be the best one for me still.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's how I feel about it. Yeah.
I think it's got the right. It's actually got a really great scope. Even though like sort of the day-to-day stuff is not that interesting, but also low-key the day-to-day stuff in the new one is still like the new last few are not that interesting. Good, it's sort of they've turned into like the OG is very much not like a town builder. The new ones are basically like hyper customization. I've never been into that.
Which
I really like
exactly. I fell off that really quickly.
So funnily enough, my parents. And like multiple instances of me having much better taste than my parents, because my parents gave me, I could read like really young, like 3, 4, and by 5 I could like actually like process what was going on, and so they'd give me Nintendo Power to read all the time. I would read them like back to front over and over and over again, and so one of the times they took me to get Piglet's big game, I guess it was like birthday or Christmas or some holiday. And I went there and they had Animal Crossing. I was like, oh, I want to play Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing's so good. I read about it. And I was like, they planned on the in-game store kiosk, and I was like, please, 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 can we get Animal Crossing instead? And it was already like, 4 years old by that point. It wasn't expensive. So my parents were like, okay, we'll give Piglets to your brother, your younger brother who doesn't give a shit, and then we'll give Animal Crossing to you. So I played Animal Crossing all the way from when I was 5 till I actually 2019 I think I did a full summer, played it every single day.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was loving it. Yeah, love that game.
Fuck yeah. Okay, I definitely, I think I put this on my backlog bingo as well for this year, so I'm definitely gonna get around to it.
We should drop Boku no dog shit.
I
for
I do
August and
really
just
say
play
that.
Animal
Oh my
Crossing.
god. Okay, let's just put Odama on top of B tier. How does that sound? I think it's like very flawed game,
fine. Yeah.
but I think for respect, because we've actually played it,
Yeah.
I think for
I do
the
respect it a
potential,
lot.
yeah.
There's a version of Odama that's easily an A tier game.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. How do you feel about Sonic Riders? Do you have takes on that?
I like it.
Damn,
I
okay.
haven't in my modern, like, I'm not gonna call myself a racing game expert by any stretch, but I'm like much better at them than I was, 5 to 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I have not given it the revisit. I liked it as a kid though. And it's got a I do like that it's like it's still got Sega racing sauce, but it's very like unique. They always are coming up with like bizarre, weird handling models for the games. Like there's something in their brains that were just very wired towards like good physics systems.
Okay.
So
I had
it's probably like a high B. I just
Really?
I can't lock it in.
Yeah, I had a weird amount of people in chat like trying to tell me, no, it's good, it's good, it's good. And Alan as well. And I thought I was being gaslit. Maybe I'll have to give this a shot. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's probably worth it.
Okay.
I need to do it too. That'd be a fun beach gen. Let me look at.
Speaking
what's
of
on
beaches,
page-
Beach Spikers. I haven't played this one, but I always there's there's this German like TV show that would cover games on MTV, a German MTV. It's called Game One, and they always talked about this game for some reason.
It's so strange.
And it is a GameCube exclusive. Let's put, just for acknowledgement, let's put it in don't care, but like maybe we should play
that's a
this.
fun one. I feel bad because there's all these like that's a good one. I bought one recently. Home Run Hero. What was that game called? Home Run King on GameCube is some low key Sega developed first party shit.
Huh. Oh yeah,
there's a lot of random like games that they didn't advertise. Well, there's one on PS2 called like it's not Freddy Fish. Maybe it is Freddy Fish. Freddy Fish PS2. Fuck, what is the game called? There's some fish game on PS2 that's like low key a WoW Entertainment joint. Because it's published by like Bandai Namco or some shit like that. I'm like, why did they make this game? Same with Amazing Island and all that other shit.
Dude, someone needs to figure out more dolphin like net play. Is that like?
Yeah, it's probably like compared to all the other shit we've tried, not that hard.
Okay.
Because all that shit's super mature. But I've never.
I just have it in mind that only like Slippy really works, and then, but maybe it's not about.
Yeah, well, because Slippy, as far as I'm aware, they hacked it to have like in code. It's got.
Yeah. I know Fizzy was like explaining that the lightning challenge in Melee was sort of key to making that work. I think is that what it's called?
Oh, that makes so much sense actually.
What is that actually? I forget what that mode is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like one of the special modes. I think it's called Lightning Mode.
Yeah.
Just everything's like super fast. On the next page, I see Mr. Driller Drill Land. Have you played that one?
I fucked around with it actually. Yeah.
That seems like I fucked around with it very recently.
Yeah.
Did you have any thoughts on it?
Not especially sort of in comparison to the original Mr. Driller. They seem pretty similar. I thought the concept was cool, but I never got super good at it at all.
I played the Druaga map.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's Mr. Driller, but you can like you have to explore and you can go the wrong way and get stuck. It's like no.
See, yeah, I
It
only
was
played the
fucking
main
bad.
mode because I think by the time that I discovered this, I was already in my meat and potatoes. I'm like all about the core experience phase.
Yeah.
So, and in that sense, I don't know if it has much over the original. So
Yeah, no, I agree.
this might be like I mean, Mr. Driller is a cool concept. It's a cool game. So it might be
It is.
solid B tier somewhere.
Yeah, I feel bad because is that game 99? I feel like I might need. I don't know if I had to defend it for GGC4 or not. Yeah,
Ooh.
99. Okay, I don't need to defend it. No one's gonna fucking vote for. There's so many good games in 99. I feel like it's like I should love it. It's right up my alley. It's like 7 out of 10 for me. Like as a series, I've never been
Let's just
like all in.
to be posers. Maybe let's put it like above Wind Waker.
Yeah, sure, fine, whatever.
I have
Bad
no
list
thoughts on this
anyway.
game, and it's one of the best games.
Yeah.
Um,
This is, I think, the secret like truth. If you look at this list, it's like GameCube is not actually cooking all that hard, especially
That
compared
ma-
to PS2.
that
Good
makes you so
God.
happy right now. Yeah.
It is.
Are you caught up with stream? Oh my god, I don't know why this is happening, but do you see this? Why is it the German cover for Disney Sports Fußball?
Oh, that's funny. You're not supposed to do that on IGDB either.
Ah.
They can point at you. Okay, believe it or not. Oh wait, no, this is foosball. This is association football. I have played American football, gridiron football on Game Boy Advance, and my copy was broken too. I think I was playing it some recently. I
Konami
just,
had
like,
this
it on
weird
the-
relationship with like, okay, Disney games on the GameCube. I don't know what that was all about, but they had a weird and like some GBA stuff as well.
Were they both? No way, they're both Konami Osaka.
They're all
What the fuck?
yeah, I think they're all
No
Konami.
way. I gotta go back. Sauce, great game. I knew it the whole time. I had
Guys,
the taste as a kid.
I've unlocked it. I've unlocked something scary. Okay. See, I don't know. Okay, with Mr. Driller, I feel like this is the right placement for it. I just haven't played it like that. You know, I think that's why I gravitate toward it. See, now that I'm looking at it, I feel bad. I don't know.
We should okay. And if this is too annoying, don't bother. But like, maybe split up, don't care, and haven't played, or like, there's some games that's like, who gives a fuck? We have to mention it, but who gives a fuck? And then there's some games that are like, we feel like we should mention this game for like, historical purposes. Like,
Okay.
hey, by the way, this might be sauce, but we're not like we can't confirm nor deny. Also, yeah, this bottom of the. I'm looking through these final games. I'm really shocked.
That's a really good
Like,
idea.
if you did a PS2 version of this list, like it would take like 10 hours.
Yeah. We're like basically done.
Let me look at my
Okay.
game rating, but I think even then, like, yeah, Code
Deserves
Console
a mention.
so overrated.
Probably Geist as well. PSO3.
Yeah.
Doshin the Giant deserves a mention. 1080 Avalanche, probably. Probably Battalion Wars 2.
Yeah, Dalian Wars I think is cool. Cuban Wars is probably bad.
Yeah.
Oh, the WarioWare game is probably good. I mean, the original is one of my favorite games ever. And
Yeah.
PJ, I meant to sit down and play. I think we played the Smooth Moves multiplayer once.
That's
I wanna play
good.
the 4-player multiplayer in this seems really appealing, but that's gonna be like next time we're watching sports or something and hanging out with friends. I bring the Wii over and we pull it out.
Oh yeah. This looks good to me.
Yeah, there's really. Yeah, man, what a.
It's not
I think the only other one I wish I could talk about is Gift Pia, but like I don't think there's English translation of that out.
Yeah. Okay. I feel
That's
like
a skip limited game.
that sounds familiar. Huh. What else have they made?
Chibi Robo.
Ah, okay. See, okay. Yeah, I just know after like Love the Lake, they sort of kind of split up into a bunch of the studios.
Yeah. Love Delic Diaspora.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
Yes, so many fucking multiplats. Clogging up the backlog. Like I'm looking through.
Are we done, or is there anything that's like
I think so.
burning on your soul?
I'm digging. I see I see nothing. I'm
Okay.
trying to even think of what else I had as a kid that I played a lot, and it's like I think I actually probably mentioned everything, all the dog shit license stuff I played. I didn't mention the Batman games, but I only watched my dad play those. I never played it myself.
Pang, I will say,
Ubisoft Montreal, dog
if
shit.
we do this for Dreamcast and it doesn't look better than this, that will be a bad day for you.
The difference with Dreamcast is it's like probably the same number of games, but they're all B+ and above.
You need to run the argument with like, okay, the Dreamcast didn't get its time in the sun. It wasn't treated fairly. It died an untimely death.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, that's the thing. If it hits the same number of games, that's actually insane.
Yeah. Okay. True. Yeah.
How many games released on Dreamcast? There are 619 on Dreamcast that actually might be higher.
What's up, Evan? Yeah, Alan was there on the early part of the stream, and he had his way with me.
What did he say?
He said, "I'm surprised to see Chibi Robo and A tier, but you've also got Naruto on there, so clearly you're a very generous person."
I don't really mind Chibi Robo A tier. Like it'd probably be B+ for me, but
I need to play it.
I need to see. I wish there's a tier maker of this. I need to like make my own version of this now. Like not on here, but just in the Discord server.
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing. I feel like doing it this way, going through backlog and then pulling them into like a editing software is a little easier. Cause with the pre-made tier maker on that website is like there's always something missing. And then if you make your own version, it's so annoying to edit as well. So
yeah. Also, I looked in Dreamcast and GameCube have like basically the same number of games. I think the Dreamcast has 10 more.
That's fucking crazy. Oh no, dude, we're cooked. GameCube heads, it's over. Okay, guys, this is the final tier list. Unless anybody thinks of anything that's absolutely needs to get added.
Nintendo Puzzle Collection. That's like Panel Upon and Dr. Mario. And so sorry, someone mentioned it in the Twitch chat.
Oh yeah,
I think I actually have that downloaded, but low-key Nintendo is not the greatest puzzle game developer. IMHO. Yeah, these are 3 fine games. Oh, it's Dr. Mario 64.
And they're also like ports, right? They're just straight ports.
Yeah, it's Dr. Mario 64. Yoshi's Cookie, an update to the 1992 game. Panel de Pon is a sequel to the 1995 Super Famicom game. Okay, that's cute. It's based on an what the fuck? Okay, the Panel de Pon that's on the puzzle collection is Pokemon Puzzle League from the N64, with like rebranded.
That's awesome.
We
did do Mario Golf. But Alan was a fan of it, and that's all we gotta say about it. And GoldenEye Rogue Agents, the reason it came up earlier is because it's one of the games you can use to hack your GameCube. That's the most like interesting thing about it. Other than that, it's like it's also on the PS2, so yeah. Okay. Pang, what's sort of your final thoughts on this tier list? I think you're relatively surprised with how much you don't hate it, right?
I was about to say, like, I do not endorse this. I would literally.
I think B tier is the most contentious one, right? Yeah.
The S rank is fine. I actually am not. I guess what's tough for me is I think Pokemon XD has a little sauce, as in like C rank sauce. I think Assault probably has high C rank, low B rank sauce. Like it'd be like and bottom of B minus, B minus minus, maybe, possibly if I gave it the reeval. And then there's all this dog shit like clogging up B tier and C tier, is sort of a. It is funny to see Eternal Darkness that low. Like I have my suspicions that game's not that good. It's
That
just
was
freaking epic.
I was going off of that as well. Alan's actually played it, and he was like, "Yes, it's what you think it is." I was telling him, okay, the main gimmick of it seems like irrelevant as soon as you read about it, and he was like, "Yep."
Yeah. It's also because I think it's like if you're good at the game, then it just does it to it. It's purely if you're bad at the game and you get hit, and then your sanity meter goes down or whatever.
Evan is taking issue with Wario World. That's the treasure soul,
I like
baby.
the game.
Dude,
That game, there's a weird comparison, but it feels to me like a good version of like Bomberman Hero, or one of those like sorta puzzly platformer like of that era. I think it's a good game.
we're about to get the sequel, Donkey Kong Bonanza.
So true. If you look at lower than B tier, it's like what you're gonna put it. It's better than P3 probably.
For sure.
I'd actually move Air Ride up to B tier. I like the game.
I played it recently, and it was like surprisingly, I was way less impressed with it than I expected it to be.
It's a bad racing game. I just like City Trial. It's a great multiplayer mode.
Yeah, City Trial as well. I was like, okay, I think this seems cool once you sort of understand the routing or whatever. But
Nah, I mean, it's just
okay.
like single player, not good.
Yeah, no. I played a multiplayer with a bunch of people, and
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and we were like kind of aimlessly running around. It's like, okay, I don't know what the fuck's going on, and this seems kind of again aimless. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just random shit happens, and you try to fuck each other up, and then you get different carts
Yeah,
and shit. And you try to make.
I think for me the city was just too big. You know, it was too easy to just go off in random directions and be by yourself for like 2 minutes at a time.
Yeah,
and have nothing happen. But maybe I just need to play it like in a slightly different scenario. I don't know. We'll see.
yeah. I need to play the other one I was looking at, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. I need to play that soon because my suspicion is that is actually an A tier game.
We were sort of landing in a similar spot where we're like, okay, right now, based on gut feeling, that's where we have to place it. But like, it's probably a little better, yeah.
It got sort of shafted by being in the middle and having so much stuff end up above it. But there's no way it's worse than Sunshine or Luigi's Mansion or that Tales of Symphonia up this high.
It's funny because like Alan, again, he opened with like, yeah, I used to be a hater of this game, but then why is it here?
It should be C tier, like not even a question. It's not too late, bro.
Have you played it much?
I don't know if much is right, but I have played it. Like
Okay.
probably 6 or 7 hours. I was not. My impression is that the combat for all of these games doesn't get good until 7th gen, and then it's like it's for people who never played fighting games to be like, oh, this is like a fighting game. So the way it was in Tales of Symphonia was not very impressive, and then good God, the story. No, I was playing with the dub.
Oh yeah.
Actually, no. I think I was playing the dub because I was playing my real copy. I own a Symphonia, unfortunately. And the Lloyd, I used to think Lloyd was so cool when I was a kid. I think I might still have.
He does look cool on the cover.
I might still have the Symphonia and Nintendo Power from back when the game got previewed. And seeing him as a little like pipsqueak, like super deformed, running around, and he's like the most annoying person of all time. It made my heart sink.
Here, it's hot coffee. I lied. It's actually cold. That shit is a legendary moment. I think for that, maybe for that alone, B tier. Yeah. For those who don't know this meme, you look it up. This is awesome.
What's up, Ryan?
Ryan, what up? Yeah, I think B tier is the one that maybe needs the most work. But overall, I'm not unhappy with it. I wouldn't be. I think I won't be too embarrassed in a year of this. Hopefully, jinxing it now, but yeah.
It feels small. I can't believe this is like all the notable exclusives.
It is kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy.
I sort of knew it. I think this is also why it's so easy to be like a GameCube's #1 fan.
Yeah.
Right? Because there's like you can cover most of the bases without really investing that much effort
Yeah,
if you have, a hacked Wii or a hacked GameCube.
for sure.
Ryan, now that you're back, when you hear this, can you confirm that the Dreamcast tier list is gonna clear this? Like, no questions
I'm gonna
asked.
have you and Ryan for the Dreamcast tier list.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I have been playing Cyberia too. Actually, when I implemented integer scaling in Flycast, I had to test the rotation mode a lot because the math for that was throwing me a little bit because it was, for whatever reason, the math between the DirectX 11 and OpenGL backends was different, and I had to like do all sorts of like stupid little checks. And so I was the rotation game I was playing was Cyberia 2 because it's got a time mode built in, and I was like wasting time just playing it. It's so sick. That's a great game.
Kevin says the GameCube library is 5 Nintendo games and one of them is RE4.
So true.
Also, yeah, Ryan,
Mikami
the
is wild.
JSR 25th anniversary event. I saw the photo. I didn't know what that was. That's cool.
It was making me mad looking at pictures of that.
Was it in Cali?
Yeah.
Damn.
They're not coming to Richmond.
I guess
Oh,
Sega. It makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
It should have been me, bro. It should have been.
You'll get your day eventually. Pang, maybe
I wanna get
maybe
my
a
Game
nice
Pass on, man.
project for you eventually. Like you gotta learn Japanese and then hit up the JSR developers. Like, or do some kind of Sega
That's true.
thing. Like hit them up in Tokyo, do an interview.
That'd be so
I
sick.
feel like that's your calling in life.
Well, and actually, that isn't out of the question. My brother lives in Japan, teaches Japanese, or teaches
Yeah, I remember.
English. And he has a degree. He's like not. I think he said he's N4, so he's not like fluent.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure in a couple of years of living there, he'll be N2 or whatever. So in fact, eventually, if I ever get back into game hacking and I try to do translation stuff, I'm definitely hitting him up.
Fuck
So
yeah.
because also it'd help his CV for like translation projects.
Hell yeah. Ryan is asking, have you jet ranked with pots yet? I don't know what that means. See, that's how much I've played Jet Set Radio.
It's the
Character.
it's the dog character you get for 100%ing. He only has 7 cans. So it's really,
okay.
yeah. So the routing, it's like I have it, but also it's like you got to be careful, Ryan, asking me those questions because I have to go to my job. I don't have that much time right now to sit and grind. I wish I did though. I am thinking of doing like because Future went so badly when I was replaying it recently.
Yeah.
I think I'm thinking of going back and getting all my save states together for JSR grinding. But it's like I have what is it? GGC4 stuff. I've been doing all the Castlevania games, and I've been playing Mega Man as well. Mega Man 3.
I'm so proud of y'all that y'all are so in it already. Even though it's like half a year out.
Well, I had to like, it's more than a bit. I had to commit to my like, fuck the 2010s. It was what was I gonna say? And also these games are a lot easier to play than a lot of the newer ones. It's like, good. Am I gonna play all of Kentucky Route Zero or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Ryan says only one level is taking me more than one. Didn't nail down. I'm curious at the because here's the other thing. Oh, fuck you, Hot Pocket. I just saw that message. Because Potts is really maneuverable. When I was doing the Garum runs, it was taking forever, but his maneuverability is really bad. And I also read something that apparently the low technique characters get less points off of grinds, but I've not independently verified that. In fact, if you have some time, you should test that for me and see what you figure out. Because my impression was that the grinds scale the same way, but I'm not 100% sure on that. This is just some random shit I saw when I was looking at the stats guide on Steam. So at some point I'd like to go back and do some real JSR and like do more of the videos like I did for the whatever the 2 I had uploaded were. But that's for a later time.
I'm thinking I'll definitely have to play some Dreamcast games. I feel way less comfortable with the library than I do GameCube. And even GameCube, I had a lot of blind spots. So,
The nice thing with Dreamcast is it's all arcade shit.
hell
So
yeah.
you can pick up a lot of it
Yeah.
real quick. I think the only it's funny how much stuff I saw in here that was like, oh, Dreamcast game can like PSO we can run finally, like for real. Skies of Arcadia, I kept seeing on the top of these GameCube lists. I was like, nope,
Ugh.
Dreamcast game. That game's good.
Is it?
Brian
Is it
can
really?
back me up on that. But yeah, it's
Would it be good if it were only a GameCube game?
fuck no.
Well, there you go.
He's some trash. No, it's actually I think even no, there's Final Fantasy X came out around the same time. So by the time GameCube was out, I think the full ROM 3D was a little more common.
Yep.
I think the battle system in Skies is pretty good. It's basically like it's like shared party meter that everyone's using for special attacks. And there's like a 6-way color system for weaknesses. And my boy is still on X and not Blue Soy only. I get made fun of by my friends all the time for using Blue Sky.
It is very soy. I'm a little more on Blue Sky recently, but
it's tough because like I did the friction article on both and I got hits on Blue Sky. So it's like
way more hits.
I really don't like. Yeah. And the way honestly, like I don't want to like shit on my audience or whatever. Because like I get it. Like I'm not like a big like game like that didn't come from gaming Twitter. I was never like before I had the what we called the SNS listener backlog. I actually had every single time I saw a single gaming thing on Twitter, I would mute it instantly. Like I'd completely because I just found that shit so annoying. And I had the bad experiences with like the Gigaboots guys and all that. I was like, I'm just swearing. Just blocking like anyone. So then I had to unmute people, and then I made the second Twitter to sort of quarantine it. But like the way people talk about games on there, it just drives me nuts. And Blue Sky's not much better, but it is less annoying because all the annoying people stayed on Twitter. Like, if we're being like, it is like all of the engagement bait shit like turned up to 11.
I feel
a lot of the Blue Sky stuff is also not good, but it's at least like it's a little more chill, right?
This is true. I feel bad because I'm a true like OG Twitter degenerate, and like I feel like I've built an quote unquote audience that way that I shouldn't have.
It's like it's a good and bad thing because you have to build the audience that way.
Yeah.
Because like I'm lucky to have an audience at all, but I mean it's like compared to yours is very small. Right?
See, that's why I say I feel bad because like all the stuff I put out is like really low effort unscripted BS, right? And then like your stuff is like actually like thoughtful, like you know.
I mean it's okay. Think about it. The time it takes you like edit shit, right, and all that. In fact, I'm better now, but it's like. Probably any backlog review you read from me in 2022 when I put out like 80 of them, I wouldn't even read them before posting. I was just shitting out. That's how I was doing like 3 a week. I was playing big games. I think I did Ninja Gaiden Black, Simpsons Hit and Run, Jungle Beat, not DMC3 back then. I did MGS3, Sunshine, like a bunch of like long reviews for big games, like all back to back to back to back to back. It was like I can't do this shit. But it's because I do like one editing pass and I add images now, so it's not that high effort.
Yeah, I think it's also I think the big factor is just that writing for you comes much more naturally for me. I don't see. I was never diagnosed with ADHD, but I highly suspect that like it has something to do with it. I just get so frustrated by it very quickly.
Yeah. I write all the time.
Yeah.
Because I was just doing it before I was posting it.
Yeah.
But it is like there's stuff like I was talking about. Hot Pocket finally did read through it. The Project Diva review I put out.
Yeah.
Started 2024. I think literally he's the only person who's ever read it.
I got a couple paragraphs into it actually. I did.
Which it's like, I mean, like I appreciate the effort from it, and like people liked it, but it's also like that was like my magnum opus at the time. It still sort of is like my crit magnum opus. It's
Yeah.
like okay, I am a real arcade gamer. This is like literally getting into like here's the spring tension specifications for the board and why I think it should actually be a different one, like that kind of shit.
That's insane.
But it's like no one's gonna read that shit. People would rather watch YouTube and read
Yeah.
Twitter. Oh yeah, how about I read it because my power was there.
Again, see, that's what I mean. I I just know the Project Diva review is like better than the shit that I do. And but like I get views. It's like that, like
Yeah.
knowing that I'm contributing to the problem like annoys me kind of, but it's whatever.
Well, okay. Here's the thing I think is good. This because I think the pipeline works here.
Mm.
Because like not to jazz myself or whatever, but I am probably like the one of the most mentioned pundits on your channel.
It's true. It is true.
So it gets downstream. So people who are interested is like, oh, I can read, and this goes into. So it has to be both sides, right?
Yeah. And it's like, dude,
like
fucking,
listening to
I try my
Blue,
best, you know, like, I mean, consider the amount of people who like stream and like try to do anything substantive, to say anything substantive about games.
So few, yeah.
Yeah, so,
And I get it. It's like people are not really like I'm fine with people playing games just to play games, right?
yeah,
This is like weird shit.
exactly.
I mean, I have to suppress this all the time, and I play I have a lot of friends that play a lot of like crazy games,
Yeah.
like obscure shit, and but I still have to like suppress my real takes because it's like yeah, this is super deep in, but
Yeah.
it's like it's good because they have different levels of it.
Yeah, I guess like I was sort of, I was self-flagellating kind of a lot, and I'm like, okay, man, I gotta be a little easier on myself. Cyberrain is asking who's the guest. It's my good friend Pang. Do you want to plug anything like now that you're here?
I'm just I mean I have a NeoCities. I just started paying for it. That's why I dropped my my Game Pass subscription because I was like I was agonizing over paying for NeoCities to get the Blue Sky comments enabled because of some like server side JavaScript like post load hitting other sites and blah blah blah. I was like,
Yeah.
oh wait, I need to cancel my Xbox shit anyway because of BDS.
Yeah.
So I'm actually net $5 a month now. But anyway, yeah, I've been regularly posting shit. Super Castlevania 4 review soon. I just redid my Rengoku review. I did an article recently about time limits, sort of going over like, it's like this course is about like the big overarching time limits. So really, time limits are still all around us. Like they never really went anywhere. And I did one on friction recently. I just got lots of shit on there. You can follow my Blue Sky. It's all birth by drip, like birth by sleep, except drip instead of sleep.
Is your NeoCities? Is it pangburn.neocities.com or?
It's birth by drip.
Birth by Drip,
neocities.org.
I'll post that in the chat.
It's not. Is it not up right now? Is NeoCities down?
Uh-oh. Y'all better bookmark that.
Yeah. Y'all.
Yeah, I can't reach it. Damn. This is
I'm on
horrible timing.
I'm on Blue Sky. I know. I'm on Blue Sky though. So y'all can follow me there. I tweet. Like I'm almost entirely on Blue Sky now. So Hot Pocket says you need to make things chill. Anyway, if you want a more general on it. Yeah, this is.
Yeah.
Well, and this is what I'm glad for you, Ziad, because I know for a while you were not putting shit out like much at all.
Oh yeah.
And I would rather you be putting shit out on a regular basis and like agonizing to come up with like here's the real analysis, blah 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 blah. Because at the end of the day, it's like
Yeah.
you're still spreading the shit, and having the regular like content stream, I think, is the important part.
Thank
right?
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, those who know me like personally like know I'm like pretty hard on myself usually. And yeah, I guess I mean, I think there's also sort of a confluence of like, okay, I started game design university, blah, blah, and then I got exposed to a lot more games writing in general. And when it came then time to, okay, I want to come up with more video essays, because I do feel like that is a good format to deliver that type of information in. I was just holding myself to. See, that's the thing. When I say to a high standard, it feels like I'm patting myself in the back too hard, even, right? Because like, oh, I have high standards. But like I mean, the thing that some of y'all know is like the Bayonetta 2 review that I was like agonizing over, and like I could just never figure out a perfectly internally consistent like thing with it, and then also do it to the like put the work in to do it to the level of detail that I wanted. Like get out all the examples and really test everything, and then really explain it in a way that is. I think I have the idea in my head of like, okay, I can get the information, the analysis, but then I need to present it in a way that's actually enjoyable, right? And then having all those things in there, like on the one hand, there's a level of disappointment in myself that I have that where I'm like, I'm mad that I didn't actually do this. But then on the other hand, I do recognize, okay, it's hard, so like nobody's done it, right? Nobody's done that video, so
Yes.
yeah, I don't know.
I think it's also like a lot of those things are sort of scoping things, right?
Yeah.
And like the Project Diva review when I did it was like over break, and I was like, I was working like up to 8 hours a day on it. I think I parked PJ in front of Armored Core 6 and then Persona 3 Reload, and I was just in the background like just grinding. So it's like not an unhealthy amount of work or anything, but it takes a lot of time and effort. And it's like if you don't have I think in retrospect, it's better to have it like scoped out where it's like, okay, let me do one part of it now and put it out. Sort of like Durandal did recently with their Spike Out guide, and that was still like a long guide, right? But it's like here's a part 1 and we'll have part 2 later, and then the other nice thing I've sort of realized is like because we move so fast, like taste wise, if you think about it, because I know both you and I like our tastes from 5 years ago pre-backlogged and all of that very different than now.
For sure.
And one of my big tasks on the site is like, I thought I would just re-upload a lot of reviews. It's like, no, it's going through and rewrite, like significantly rewriting, like some even from like the ground up, like complete rewrites of old reviews, just because it's like I want this to be high quality. But part of the nice thing about that is like it wasn't like I did a gigantic thing at the start. And now it's like, oh man, I have to tear this all down. It's like, okay, I did something quick at the start. There's not a lot to rewrite. I'm just gonna put out a new, 1,000 word review that's like, more complete or more accurate or better reflects my current taste, and I can put it out. And then 5 years down the line, if I need to do it again, it's not like a gigantic undertaking, something like that. So I think the smaller scale stuff is it's a good way. I know it's like it's hard to do that sometimes because just like the content will get so dense, but I think it's more practical down the line. It's more practical to read and watch and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay, I think on that sort of slightly existential note, I will end the stream. It's like pretty late here. I hope Yulia's not too mad.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's gonna be 1 in the morning for y'all.
Yeah. Thank you so much for hanging out, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been trying to come on. I didn't want to like ask, but I was like, damn, I'm trying.
I saw you in chat. I was like, this feels like a topic for you.
Yeah, I saw Monkey Ball, and there's like I had to say something. I was out at the arcade though. I was being a real gamer. I was grinding initial D. So.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, just let me know when you want to do the Dreamcast one. I'll be open.
Hell yeah.
For the next few
It'll
weeks.
probably be a while, because I think I want to play at least a couple games.
Ryanair's just gonna do the list and give it to you in secret, and then or just pretend to do it live.
Yeah. It's like cheating on the test.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Catch y'all later in chat. I'll be back. Most likely. Oops, you're not supposed to see my calendar. Probably Thursday. Actually, I have early. Well, we'll figure it out. Okay. Regardless, be back soon. Thanks again to Pang, and I'm gonna hit the button. Okay, bye y'all. Bye.
Peace out. Bye.